All right. Three, two, one, fake clap. Welcome to the AfrOtaku Podcast, episode 45. I am that podcast where we talk about anime, manga, and everything else. I'm Mr. Good Guy, aka MGG, and I'm joined here by my co-hosts who will introduce themselves starting right now.
Hey, it's player five.
What's going on? It's Jugga.
What up, what up, what up? I am Gramps.
All right, and let's kick it off as usual with another story time. Gramps got a story for us. Take it away.
All right, so I'm gonna get into one of my worst vacations just because this is a time where I feel like I almost died, like literally that close to dying. So I was probably like, somewhere between 8 and 10 years old. And this was a point in life where every time summer came, there was like a week or two where we went to Wisconsin Dells. I don't know how many of y'all niggas are familiar with that, but that shit was lit when you were a kid, bro.
Mad lit.
So, hey,
Sad
you
face.
messed up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I did. Somebody with buns on their hot dogs didn't go to
Yeah, bro, that's what y'all spending on your money.
He was busy taking trips to other sides of the world and shit. So he couldn't deal with our broke nigga vacations by just going a couple hours away.
The buns was worth it. I'll put it that way. The buns was worth it.
So basically, typical hotel, they always have a swimming pool or whatever. And with me being younger than a good number of my cousins and everybody, I was like, yo, man, I'm going to try to hang with these niggas, man. I'm going to try to be part of the cool crowd. So at some points, we all go to the swimming pool. And, regardless of how tall I am right now, I was not always this height, my niggas. So I'm over there stuck in that like 3 foot, 4 foot section or whatever. Everybody else down there treading water out there, just living life in a 10-foot plus section. I'm like, damn, bro. Nah, I can't swim, but I'm finna definitely go over there trying to kick it with y'all, man, because y'all got a nigga over here by myself. So what I do? Start walking. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get down there. Yeah. Next thing you know, that water start getting high. I'm like, I could do this. I'm like, yeah, bro, I got this. Next, I'm like, oh shit. And next, it gets to that part where that shit slopes or whatever, and I just start slipping, and I'm like, I put no return. Help! I'm just going down, trying to jump up, just fucking drowning. And I feel like I was probably this close to being out. Next, I felt somebody grab me and start to drag me back toward the shallow end, and I'm over there like, gee. I almost died. So I got fucked out that pool. And I did not hop in for the rest of that damn vacation. But
Man,
yeah,
I feel you on
that
that.
experience, man.
Yeah. Yours was better than mine because I couldn't jump into the pool for a while because I thought there were sharks in that bitch. So like, I thought there was actual sharks in the pool like for the longest. So I was like sitting in there, and then this old lady, she came. Well, no, was it a dude or I don't know? Some lady came up to me and was like, "Why are you not swimming?" I was like, there's sharks in the pool. I don't want to get eaten. She was like, there's no fucking sharks in the pool. She put my ass in there. I started swimming, bro. Like immediately. I can't float, but I could swim.
So you knew how to swim, but you never swim.
I can definitely. I can navigate myself from one end of the pool to another. I never had difficulty swimming. I had difficulty floating. I couldn't stop. That was the problem. If I stopped, it's over, bro. I was just like you in that bitch. I could never go to deep end because I was like, I can't stop. I need to get to the edge. If I stop in the middle of water, I'll panic and drown.
Interesting. I had a similar experience to Gramps with I know you had older brothers and stuff like that. So, you see them playing. And I'm like, I want to play. My mom, she as black as it gets, so she can't swim. She only got her toes in the water. And then it's just like, hey, look, either you going to sit here with your mom and be bored and lame, or you going to go out into that deep end. Fuck it. I was like, nigga, it's fun or death for me. Fuck it. I'm out. And shit, I swear, like, my mom ain't never paid for no swimming lessons. I ain't never she ain't teach me, my brother ain't teach me. It was like either have fun or die. And I chose have fun, bro. Like I taught myself how to swim, I was like, I'm not about to be over here with all the old ladies, bro. It's over with.
Oh, so you didn't almost drown when you jumped in with them then?
See, where I almost drowned was not from like, oh, I can't swim, because I was just like, fuck, I was fat. I was probably fatter than you, so I had that natural buoyancy. You feel me?
Right.
So I feel like I wasn't as at a risk to drown. You know what I'm saying? It was where my dumbass cousins and brothers, like, nigga, you see, I'm like 5, barely staying afloat in this bitch. Like, I probably shouldn't be in the 10-year-old or in the 10-foot water, and then they want to come and drop kick a nigga. Like, nigga, I barely make it, dog. Like, every one of my near-death water experiences has absolutely come from a dumbass cousin or brother. Never was it me. Always them niggas like, hey, I'm about to pick this nigga up that can barely swim and chuck this nigga into the deep end or something. And then my mama just can't swim, so she just over there like, y'all stop bullying him. But like, they not listening. Because if you a kid and you can swim and you know none of the parents can swim, you basically a god at that moment. Like,
I got the power.
Yeah, bro, it was rough. Like, them niggas really was trying to assassinate me.
It was like the y'all heard that Kevin Hart joke, right? Where he was talking about the gnats attacking him, and his mom was flipping the fuck out because she was also scared of the gnats. So she was
I
like,
heard that shit.
she was like, "It's killing my baby!" Help! And he was like, so he was freaking out even more because he was like, my mom's screaming for help. So he's like, "Oh, I'm really in trouble." So he started like smacking his face and all types of shit. It just came to my mind when you said that. Shit was
I just feel sorry for y'all. I mean, I got lessons at the Y to learn how to swim F around, so it's like, damn, I had it rough. Why was it? It wasn't too far, and you know they weren't too expensive. I mean, the biggest plus was that I stopped before I became a lifeguard, so you know I didn't go all the way. You know,
you can swim.
That wasn't a flex of privilege.
You're like, I'm sorry, you broke niggas was almost dying.
Lifeguard. Niggas was out here swimming for survival. He said, you know what? I might have been able to beat, like, at 10, I could have saved you. You feel me? Like, I almost got that. But I had other shit to do, so I was just like, nah, fuck it.
That's crazy.
Hey, man, I guess it just goes to show that I wasn't ready to be part of the big nigga clan because I ain't have that fat to keep me afloat, man.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. That's part of the gig. You know what I'm saying? We may be at a disadvantage on land, but on sea, bro, you feel me? We float.
No, man, I wish Deuce was on for this because he was telling me a story like when we was in college about this fat dude he used to swim against, and the dude was able to put on this like he said this swimsuit was so powerful it was allowing him to beat they score because it was just making him so much like I don't know what the fuck it is because you know Deuce is like he was like I don't know really high end swimmer or some shit. So I guess it was allowing him to do some type of crazy shit in the water. But he was like, yeah, this dude was like huge. He put on this fucking suit and that nigga be murking motherfuckers in the water, bro.
He told that as a story time. I remember it. He said the nigga would stuff all his fat into this bodysuit, and then the bodysuit would slim him down so that he cut through the water, but he's still buoyant with all his fat. I'm like, hey,
he was aerodynamically fat.
Still in the game, bro.
That's so legit.
He was literally the Black Seal, huh?
On to some decent news. So first up on the docket in anime news, One Piece hit chapter 1000 while we were, vacationing for the thing. Congratulations to Oda. I mean, you put in that work.
True.
You know, you up there, legendary status. The chapter itself was pretty meh, but nonetheless, congratulations to Oda for being able to write 1,000 chapters of One Piece.
That's true.
True that.
I mean,
good job, man. You're ahead getting this money.
I don't know. That's 100%. Multiple means. I mean, are we going to actually get into what was that chapter 1000? I mean, should we just keep it all positive light right now, or?
Man, fuck that. I'm gonna keep it real. I was not as impressed as people should expect chapter 1000 to be, man. Everybody expected that shit to be hot flyer from beginning to end. The only part that everybody really liked was a part at the end when Luffy rocked Kaido ass.
To be fair, it's not his fault that y'all niggas hyped up a loose chapter. Like, cause think about if you really drew 1,000 chapters, I'd be looking at my fan base like, bro, shut the fuck up and read this chapter, nigga. I'm tired. You about to get this shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how you know this nigga would never reach 1,000.
It was a sense of pride, though, bro. Like, you just hit 1,000. You didn't feel like, oh, I should make this a special chapter because it's literally the 1,000th chapter of my series.
He a cluck, bro. We have to know this. Oda a cluck. You don't sit there and write 1,000 chapters, nigga, every week. That boy off something.
Wow.
Okay.
If it was on an every week basis, we probably would be on chapter 2,000 because that nigga has definitely taken as many breaks as the number of weeks that his chapters have come out.
Don't hold him. He ain't take as many breaks as a Hunter nigga. Like he's fairly consistent.
Hey, I mean, honestly, if we look at the grand scheme of things, Oda probably still took more breaks. It's the length of breaks because I'm sure Togashi probably took like 5 breaks. But the 5 breaks were like 2-year plus breaks. That nigga just dipped. He was just like, yeah, I'm done.
True that.
That's fair.
But anyway, shout out to Oda.
Go ahead. True.
That was it. I just want to say shout out to Oda. If you had anything to add, we can.
Yeah, I was just going to say, being on the outside, not being a One Piece fanboy, but respecting them, I feel like I watched the fan base get really heated over that chapter, and I was just like, my nigga, like, you know how lucky y'all is to get 1,000? Like, this nigga really out here grinding. I put respect on him for just getting there, shit.
No, I mean, big ups. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone here does. It's just that, I don't know. I mean, like, wasn't there a little bit of hype, not even just from us, but low-key from Oda too, if I remember right, as far as, like, here comes the 1,000th chapter in a way? Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I thought like chapter 999 or something had like here comes the 1,000th chapter or something along those lines. It could maybe
his editors always be trying to hype shit up. Niggas be talking about this chapter gonna make you cry and shit like that.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. His editor probably was going hard.
They always be doing that.
That's his job.
Then I'll just blame them, I guess. But okay.
Like, nigga, you are an editor, not a hype man. Stay to your fucking job, bro.
Nah, bro, you're supposed to hype it up. Hey, bro, this chapter, we got some clean new shoes on Luffy. This boy got some new sandals in the next chapter. Y'all niggas not ready.
These sandals gonna make you cry.
Right. All right, on to the next topic. Elon Musk becoming the wealthiest American. Shout out to the South African. Hey, bro, like I said, because I remember I be talking to my wife sometimes and she'd be like, I don't know who this Elon Musk nigga is. I'd be like, hey, you need to put respect on your future overlord, bro. I'm trying to get in good with this nigga. Because as soon as they figure out what the fuck is going down on Mars, I'm out this bitch, bro. One of the first ones. Gone. This nigga Elon trying to run some shit. Don't sleep.
I think this nigga from the future, bro. Believe me on that. Because there's just way too much shit that he's doing to try to push humanity forward into the future that we probably should have been in a number of years ago. So this nigga's definitely...
You know what?
The niggas that made The Simpsons, those niggas from the future, and we got a couple other people definitely from the future, bro. Don't fall for it. Keep your eyes open.
I feel like Elon Musk is just like, he truly a nerd nigga that got rich but don't give a fuck about that money. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit he doing is just proof like he don't get no fuck. Like, everybody else be like, nah, I gotta make smart business moves. That nigga like, hey, bro, let's get to Mars, bro.
He's not scared. That's the thing. He literally goes on Twitter and be like, yeah, I think my stock is overvalued. He said that.
No, that nigga he definitely be throwing all his damn money away. He be reinvesting in all of his shit and be like, yeah, I'm broke today. Yeah. And wait until next week to see if his check come.
Right. And he just like Player 5 said, I mean, luckily I hope he did most of his internal work, but he just strikes me as that guy who's like, yeah, I'm a nerd. I have all this wealth, but usually what people do with that when they get to that point of like, I have more money than I know what I could do with, is they start doing this like internal, like, what am I worth? Like, trying to figure out, something else. But he's just like, yeah, I just want to make the world better or do all the cool shit that I've always wanted to do now that I don't have to think about money anymore. So, I hope to get to that stage one day.
Like I put respect on all the shits that he did, like the shit that worked. Like obviously an electric sports car. That's some shit like a nigga's like, bro, electric cars will go hard if they just look cool. Shit, I'm gonna do that. Like boom, happen.
Yep.
Or like self-driving
hate traffic,
cars.
so I'm gonna just build a tunnel so I can drive underground.
Yeah, I think he clucking on that tunnel, but I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? The reusable rocket, bro. Like those of us that are in the science field, niggas been talking about this for a grip. He's just the first nigga that's like, man, fuck it, I'll throw $1 billion at that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, and boom, it happened. And then most importantly, which niggas aren't talking about, but like those of us, like especially MGG, you probably lived out there in the middle of nowhere. That that Starlink shit. Hey, that's gonna change the world though, because motherfuckers don't know. Y'all niggas that been in the city for all y'all life, I real life had dial-up in like 8th grade, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like near high school, niggas is on dial-up. You know what I'm saying? The fact that this nigga did that Starlink shit to get niggas in the middle of nowhere 150 megabytes per second, like, bro, that's a lot. That's love.
Alleged.
That's true.
Oh, I get that nigga respect.
That's what I'm saying, but it's still good. Like I say, he's totally uninhibited, and like the funny thing about his uninhibitedness is that all the ideas he's creating, once they actually are like successful and done through this testing phase, are just gonna make him even more fucking money. Because it's like once you master, okay, I can travel to Mars. It's a habitable place, like people can live there. Well, now you're the one who capitalized on that market, so. Who's getting the money from that? Starlink, same thing. Like, shit is established. Who's getting the money from that? You are. So, like, even though he doesn't even care about it, it's still just bringing him more. Like, he did it for fun, but it's just bringing him more money off that. So, shout out to him. Maybe I'll get to meet him one day. Hopefully, we all get to meet him one day before he becomes our overlord, so I can make sure I put in a good word. Next up,
a couple bionic body parts. That's all I want.
I'm good. I'm gonna wait. Just like that vaccine, I'm gonna wait on it. I'm definitely not gonna be the first with the bionic parts, bro. No, you're gonna have you looking real defectual in this bitch.
Damn. Gonna have my own damn arm.
You see how many rocket failures they got? Come on, you got to get through that many before you get a proper bionic suit. You want to be the first ones?
Hell no. I said I was gonna be first. Now I ain't that dumb. You got plenty of people in this world with no arms and legs. They will definitely. That's true. They would definitely nominate themselves any day. 100%. But when it's perfected, I'm in line, bro. How much money you want?
Give them all. Damn.
All right, Player Prime, we want to take the next topic, Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, so ever since, like, what is it, that Kong movie came out in 2012? Is
that the one with Jack Black?
The Sam Jackson one?
Oh, the one with Jack Black.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember if Sam Jackson in it. It'd be a little disrespectful to remember Jack Black over that nigga, but
no, not in that movie. They made another one with the Sam Jackson.
But yeah, ever since that one with Jack Black, and that was like 2012. They teased at the end like basically it was a shared universe with Godzilla. So like this has been what now 9 years coming. Fuck, if some more delays happen, 10. That motherfucker's been waiting like Godzilla versus Kong. Like, I remember niggas making like the little fake promos for that shit, like right after the movie dropped. And I'm like, damn, bro, like, okay, it's finally here. We finally got a trailer for it. And then at first, you know, everybody thinking like, bro, Godzilla or King Kong, like 40 feet. This nigga Godzilla, like the size of a building. This don't make no sense. But clearly they scaled them niggas up. And then I'm happy. My nigga Kong at the beginning of the motherfucking trailer, jaw that nigga Godzilla, bro. I'm like, that's what I'm trying to see, bro. I'm not trying to see none of this, like, talking shit, all these stories and plot lines with people. Nigga, we came to see Godzilla versus Kong. I want to see a big nuclear lizard box a big ass ape, nigga. Like, that's all I want to see. And it looked like that's what I'm gonna get, bro. I just want to put the hype out there for anybody that been waiting since that movie too. It's finally fucking here. Finally get to see it. And the trailer looked decent.
Yeah, I mean, my curiosity is on that whole shared universe concept for these other movies as well, because I remember they were trying to do that with The Mummy as well. They wanted to make like a Dark World shared universe, and then that didn't really go to fruition because that movie flopped. So, I mean, I've never been a fan of either series like that. I've dabbled here and there. So, I mean, shit, if it ends up being good, I'll watch it. But I definitely don't have any expectations.
Same here.
I mean, if we're talking about pure action and the fighting that we saw in the latest Godzilla one, then yeah, if you bring that Kong energy to like something like they had for that movie too, I'd be like, okay, this is gonna be mad decent. I mean, again, I'm just not a huge movie buff, so I wouldn't go to the theaters, minus the hashtag Corona. But even if that wasn't a factor, I would still probably wait for it to, come indoors in that sense. But as soon as it does, I'd definitely be on it, 100%.
I would ask that question though, because I'm curious. I feel like it might be a better theater experience for this kind of a movie than sitting at home. What do y'all think? Like, would this movie go harder if you watched it in the theaters versus like you got it for free and watched it at home?
It depends on your setup. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of Corona, I've been like fixing my setup a little more to where like I feel like, my picture quality is gonna be better than what I'm gonna get at a movie theater, and I can pause that bitch whenever I want. But like, if you're not in that situation, like your TV bogus or whatever, shit, movie might be the best option. But shit, I heard they dropping that bitch on HBO when it released. So shit.
Yeah, on that HBO comment, I will look. Right now, for me, in terms of the streaming wars, HBO has definitely leveled up. It stepped up because I only was able to process HBO Max through Hulu for a period of time, but I finally got the app when Wonder Woman dropped. They doing some work. I'll give them that. They're definitely making themselves an app that I would enjoy having, for sure. Like between that, I'm into shitty reality TV shows, so I got Discovery Plus, and Netflix. I really don't see what other apps I need, just between those three. As far as like the content they're putting out, Hulu, I'm getting more and more disappointed with as time goes on, so I'm not needing it. And then basically with Funimation and Crunchyroll about to merge, Crunchyroll already has some of the Crunchyroll stuff is already on HBO Max. Like I'm hoping that the anime thing gets consumed by one of these bigger giants instead of having to support a separate app for this shit too. So I don't know. Streaming wars wise, HBO is definitely putting in work. I like what they did with Wonder Woman, even though I didn't like the movie, but making it available for free because Disney tried to play that, but they wanted you to pay, like for Mulan when they dropped it on their app. I think that was a good move. So if they do that with this, that's definitely going to give them free publicity at the least. They just need to actually put out good fucking content behind it so that it's worth it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just another big ups to HBO Max. I mean, I don't even have it, but just based on what I'm seeing and what they're releasing, and I think, I'm not sure if it started yet, but they're gonna, man, what is it? They're gonna release like a ton of movies that are gonna be released at HBO at the same time as theaters, and they're all like big hitters. You know what I mean? So it's like whatchamacallit? I mean, like Wonder Woman was one of them in that kind of respect. But it's more just like HBO is truly trying to win these wars. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure like how the other ones are really looking at it. But HBO's like, bro, we are coming from the number one spot. Like, you're going to need some heat if you want to touch us right now. So
in position. All right. Next up is Resident Evil Village trailer. Gramps, you want to take that away?
All right. So, as you guys know, they came out with a new trailer for the Resident Evil game, and there's been a crazier reaction than I'm pretty sure that the creators expected, because niggas been wilding out over how sexy,
wow,
how unexpectedly sexy the trailer is. And I don't mean sexy in the sense that, oh yeah, the graphics are extremely beautiful. I mean sexy as, oh yeah, I'm trying to slap them cheeks. I'm definitely going to put this game on the OnlyFans account, and we're going to be out here smacking it.
wow.
Nigga, there's been so many fucking memes about how horny motherfuckers are for the chicks on this damn trailer, which is supposed to be a 100% horror game. Have you on the edge of your seat about the fucking screen, but no, niggas on the edge of their seat about the bus.
Wow. They knew what they was doing. Like, cause if you think about Resident Evil 7, Like, I don't play Resident Evil because I'm bitch made. I admit that. I don't even watch scary movies with the lights off. You know what I'm saying? But like, my niggas are into them games, so I'll like just watch them stream it. And bro, like Resident Evil, oh my god, them niggas have mastered scary video games. Like they'll just like nigga, you'll be walking down a loose hallway and like a nigga will bust through a wall and just like nigga, I'm here. Like they be wilding. And so like
Mr. X.
them niggas are very intentional with what they do. That's why I was like, nah, they put that thick ass lady up in there, that big bitch in there. They knew what they was doing. They ain't tricking nobody.
Niggas ain't never getting past the first chapter because they're gonna be like the game is supposed to be like, you better run from her. Be like, no, I'm trying to run to that.
Right?
With it.
And then they even got a couple of other little weird, cute girls in there. Everybody like weird, cute girls. Niggas just ain't want to admit.
You can't say
shit.
everybody, bro. That's a lot.
So you ain't have at least one goth girl in school you wasn't fucking with. You was like, I hit.
But I don't like all weird, cute girls.
Yeah, but everybody like everybody like a weird, cute girl. Like,
okay,
you got one. You got one where you like, knock your weird ass down, bro. Yeah.
Say I'll knock your weird ass down. I got it.
Everybody got one.
Wow. All right then. Oh well. Speaking of that, I did want to bring up Cyberpunk 20, whatever the fuck, because yeah, I felt like we didn't talk about it since it's been released, but I heard a lot of backlash about bullshit. Like I see videos every other fucking day about this game and its buggy release. So I know you guys, Player 5 and Gramps, are the gamers in here. So I wanted to see what y'all thoughts were on the game.
Real quick, did anybody other than me play it?
Nah, I typically don't really buy games when they first come out anymore.
Oh,
so
well, this is what I'll say. Cyberpunk 2077 is not that bad. It suffers from two things: toxic gaming community and broke niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you a broke nigga, you couldn't get one of the new systems, right? That's just facts, because niggas was selling them bitches for like 3,000. That's nothing to a nigga with bread. But for us regular niggas, that you can't get it. I knew that I'm about to play this next gen, high graphic, high intensity game on my 10-year-old fucking Xbox. So I knew I was about to get some bullshit. You feel me? But I was prepped for that. So when I put it in, I was like, oh, this is way better than I thought I was going to get. I had fun because I expected the bullshit. Other niggas, like, for example, one of my friends, Darius, I don't know for what goofy ass reason, he playing on the same 10-year-old system, thought he was about to get fucking next gen ray tracing graphics. And then when that shit was boo-boo, he was like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, nigga, like, what? Like, it don't work that way. Like, you gotta have the hardware to make this shit what they showed you. You know what I'm saying? I had fun. The game was fun. Was it everything they promised? Absolutely not. Was it the best game ever like niggas thought it was? Absolutely not. And this is a genre of games that I play. So I'm like, I can compare this to several games and show you games that are like better in different categories.
Can you do that though? From my personal perspective, can you do that? I do want to know where you would put it.
Because niggas always compared it to that.
I personally didn't. I wasn't a fan of Witcher 3. It was just too much for me. But you could say Witcher 3. I think it's a general consensus, Witcher 3. I think Outer Worlds was better when it comes to your choices mattering. Like when you play Outer Worlds, you make a choice, like that shit impact the game. Niggas talking about it in the game. Your game different now because of what you did. That's not the case in Cyberpunk. We can go through that bitch really any type of way and you get into the same conclusion. When it comes to freedom of doing shit, I think Skyrim is better. I can build my characters in different ways. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's just a couple other games. What's some games? Fallout. I think Fallout is better with like PC interactions. Like niggas don't interact with you in an appropriate way. Like if somebody sneak through the game, they get interacted with the same way as like my character. I blew everything down. Like, you know who the fuck I am when I come through. But they interact with us the same way as a nigga that never been caught doing nothing. And I'm like, that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Graphically, I think even on a 10-year-old console, the graphics were awesome and people were just bitching. And literally what happened is the community jerked off the expectations. And when that shit was mid, they was hot. That's it. It's like, pump your fucking brakes, nigga. Like, it was a decent game.
So if you had to slap a rating on it, where would you put it?
Give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. Like, I think no matter who you are, if you pick this game up, you will find yourself having fun for at least 3 hours straight. There's so much to see and do that you'll be like, bro, I am enjoying looking at this game. It's beautiful to look at. After 3 hours is where I would say, now that shit like is mid now. So I can't give it past
after they fix all of the glitches and all of that shit.
That shit ain't gonna happen. Ooh. By the time they fix all the glitches in that game, the game will be dead.
Got him.
Like, that game is too big, and when the glitches happen, like, nah, bro. Cause when every time they patch some shit, some new shit fuck up. That game too big, bro. It's over with. Like, by the time they fix it, a new game gonna be out. They should have just waited and dropped that bitch in 2020 or 2022 rather.
Maybe 2077.
You know, I think they wanted to drop it in 2020 just because the last game, the board game, was called like Cyberpunk 2020, and they just wanted that like meta-ness.
Oh.
Well, I'm like, bro, you could have waited. Wait one more year. What niggas still gonna buy it, even if you made them wait another year.
Yeah, they still hype. We did it for Kingdom Hearts 3, so I'm not surprised.
Exactly. Motherfuckers waited 10 years and that game was ass. This game is way better than Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about way, but I haven't played it, so I don't.
Niggas would definitely ride the nostalgia train just for that Kingdom Hearts 3 game.
Did you like playing Skyrim? Like, do you like playing those types of games where you like build your own character, do loose missions?
I do to a degree. Like Skyrim, I haven't played. I haven't got into it. But yeah, I do like open world, that type of stuff. I enjoy those games. It just depends. Like, to me, I think I'm more on the. I don't feel like Mass Effect's a good example of this, but either way, just the character development part, I'm kind of like in the middle there. I don't want too much detail. I feel like it overwhelms me, and then I don't feel like doing it. Like when I try to play Dragon Quest?
Dragon Age Inquisition?
Yeah, there you go, Dragon Age. It was just way too much going the fuck on Dragon. I was like, yo, I can't. There's no way I'm beating this game.
Cyberpunk pulls it back because, like, you don't just fully make your own character. You're V. Like, you were supposed to be this motherfucker named V, but you can just tweak shit. But, like, I think you'll enjoy it because, like, like I said, it's beautiful. But the best part to me is that, like, the way that they look at the future, like the dystopianness of it, they be real about it. Like, so, like, you can, like, jack into niggas' brains and shit like that. But instead of it just being like, oh, everybody jacking into brains doing weird shit, like, the majority of the world is porn. It's real fucking life. Like, bro, if you can jack into a brain, you be jacking off super dope with, like, fucking real life porn. Like, that's what they do. Like, most niggas just out here to bust a nut, bro. Like, it's real fucking life. Like, I'm like, yo. But then you also get into some weird shit where niggas be doing shit like they got these things called brain dances. Like, niggas will do weird shit where they like have a brain dance of you killing somebody or like getting killed. And it's like, that's where it's like, all right, bro, now I gotta put my shotgun to you because you tripping. You know what I'm saying? But I think they take a very realistic approach to how people act, and it's not just like, oh, you're in this world. You feel like you in an actual grimy part of Chicago in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't feel like you just like, nah, this world not real. I'm like, yeah, I see a nigga doing that. Niggas be on that.
And this is like the whole world, not just like a specific part of the city that you have to like reside in or nothing.
Well, you can drive through all of Night City, and they got the whole city. It's smaller than GTA City, so I'm not impressed by that. GTA does a better job with a bigger city, but you do feel like, yo, like, I'm really like in this city. When you go to a different neighborhood, it's like, nah, I'm in a different neighborhood. Like, oh, I'm in Chinatown. This shit look like Chinatown. Oh, I'm in where the rich niggas at. You see everybody like don't look broke. You go to where the broke niggas at. Everybody be bummy asking for money and shit. Like, they really do a good job of like, nah, I'm in a different part of the city right now. You know?
All right, that's fair. Man, so 7.5. I mean, 7.5 is still decent. I mean,
but that 7.5 is all off of its like how immersed you can get into this game because they do a really good job with the lore. Them bugs there. Niggas one line.
One thing I'm curious about though, because you know how like nigga, we got GTA 5 going strong on its third console, and that's a lot of it because of how many mods and shit niggas have put into it and all of that. I'm wondering if they can take that same route with this game and on how successful that could possibly be.
I don't think so, because I think that GTA and Skyrim are good for the reasons niggas hate, but it's just the truth. Like, you hate on GTA and Skyrim because they basic, but the reason they're good is because they basic. I can give the software to any loose nigga and they can make some mods. That shit on Cyberpunk 77, nigga try and mod that shit, they gonna break their whole motherfucking game, bro. Like, I'm like, I don't know. It's maybe some big brain niggas out there, but the level of the community where like Skyrim and GTA is, where like literally everybody and their cousin making mods, like, I don't know if it'll get to that level. But we'll see. Who knows? Yeah, the video game community showed me you don't need to put a bunch of money into making a beautiful game like that. Just make some basic shit that's just fun.
All right. Dope. So, I mean, I guess that wraps it up for gaming. I did also hear news about GTA or whatever, but I don't care because I didn't see any trailers or anything yet. But next time, maybe I'll talk about that.
They came out with a new patent about some advanced AI shit.
Oh, okay. So next up is, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Phasmophobia. I'll put that out there.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
It's another
game.
Another game.
Oh,
it just came out. Yeah.
I thought it was an actual phobia. I was like,
right. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, damn, we talking about phobias now?
Oh no.
All right. Shit.
So Phasmophobia, I think that this is a good game. That like they should have made it free, but it's not. This would be a good game to play with your boys. If you're trying to get like a little stream going, this would be a good game. So what it's about is like, have y'all ever watched like those like little documentaries where niggas ghost hunting? Mm-hmm. It's just like that, bro. It's a ghost hunting video game. Like, you not super powered, you ain't got a gun, nigga. You can't even run. Are you in that bitch with a flashlight, a camera, and trying to find this motherfucking ghost, bro? Like, it's actually fun as fuck, and it's scary. It's actually like real life scary. Like, the ghosts be popping up. You'll just be in a dark corner and you hear that shit like it, bro. It's real life scary.
Here's the thing I don't understand though. Coming from you and fucking MGG, ain't y'all some scary ass niggas? So how could you possibly try to convince anybody to play that shit?
Because when you with your friends, it's different.
That's it. I would never play this game solo dolo. The only time I played, me and three other niggas, like, we in a group of 4. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my homies. So when I'm bitch made, they bitch made too. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. Because ain't nothing scarier. You with your niggas, and then somebody get the, like, I remember, like, the ghost name was, like, Daniel. And I was like, yo, Daniel, you a bitch, bro. Daniel, you ain't gonna come out right now. The door slammed shut. Bow! I was like, oh, fuck this nigga Daniel here, bro. Instantly, bro, he instantly killed the nigga because, like, the game listened to you. If you call that nigga name, they get pissed. But I ain't know that, so I'm just like, Daniel, you a bitch. I'm like, damn, Daniel, where you at, bro? Like, talking mad shit. That nigga slammed them doors and got on our ass, bro. Like, I'm like, that's crazy. It really make you feel like you hunting for a ghost.
Well, but the issue is you still in your room by yourself, though. And you still
that's a fact.
You still gonna have that closet that's right behind you creaking and shit. I
play with my lights on, bro. So you know what I'm saying. Shit, when I play Phasmophobia, that's why I get religious, bro. You know, Jesus be with me. So. But that would be a game, like, I think it's like $15, something like that. That if you like, hey, kind of like Among Us, or you just like, hey, I want to play this. I think that'd be a hilarious game, especially if you want to do like some streaming. That's a game to stream. That shit's scary.
Interesting.
All right, so wrapping up games, I think we good, right? On some comic book stuff before we get into the anime stuff. So Wonder Woman 84 dropped. All right, let's just talk about that before I talk about the next thing. It was trash, man. It was not a good movie. So I was hesitant to say it was trash at first because I watched it, I'll just say intoxicated / inebriated. So I wasn't all the way there when I was watching it, but I remember watching it going like, this shit dumb as fuck, bro. But I didn't know, so I was like, maybe I was like, as I was watching, I was like, all right, I'll rewatch it in the morning or something, and I'll make that my final thought on it. But as soon as I got to the next morning, I see a bunch of reviews on YouTube like this movie fucking sucks, with all the trash points that I remember being inebriated. So I'm like, I guess that shit is garbage. So I don't know who else watched it, but from my perspective, I did not enjoy the movie that much. Once again, DC, come on. Besides Shazam was the only movie I think they've had so far that I could say hit. Everything else has been mad or trash. They gotta work on this, bro. They really do. Especially being owned by or on HBO or whatever. I just expect more from the content. Y'all niggas produce some great shows.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard one good review about that movie. And I'm like, well, I guess I ain't watching that shit. I mean, the thing is, I haven't watched the first Wonder Woman movie either, so it's like, I don't know if it would be appropriate to try to jump into a movie like that anyway.
You're not missing anything. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
I thought the first one was decent. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought the first one was okay too. Yeah. The first one is definitely better than this movie, but I don't think if you watch this movie, you would miss it. You would just miss one character. You'd be like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but that's it. Yeah. Everything else is
Bro, so I watched the Wonder Woman movie, and I came out of there thinking one thing, two things. One, this movie was very ass. And then the second thing is I was like, bro, that nigga who got turned into her boyfriend, she definitely raped that nigga. And I'm like, because he didn't give consent. And I'm thinking bro, if that was me and an old nigga took my body over and made me fuck Wonder Woman, I wouldn't be the maddest nigga in the world. But after I get my body back, I'm like, yo, Wonder Woman, you owe me to run back in my own body. That's facts. If you was going to take the cookies, well, I couldn't say no. You got to at least let me hit, you know what I'm saying, as me once, and then we good. And I'll be good. That's it. That's all I got from that movie.
The logic of this man.
Yeah. I'm just surprised they had something like that in that movie. Fuck.
Yeah. I'm like, they just looked over that part. I was like, bro, this rape. That's not this nigga body. Right. Well, okay, whatever.
Wait, so I mean, I've seen the first one, and I'm actually with Player 5 in the sense that it wasn't the best, but it was definitely not the worst. It was an okay watch. So I'm pretty sure both of y'all saw both. So just rate actually both of them, just for the comparison.
If I'm talking about the first one, I think it was probably a decent, maybe a decent plus for me. I thought it was. I watched it. I low-key kind of watched it again, but I don't think it was anything that I would go around if I was to try and hold it against the Marvel movies that everyone tries to do. I don't know if I really could have many that it goes against, except all of the Thor movies besides Ragnarok. That would be it's definitely better than all the Thor movies besides Ragnarok. But all the other Marvel releases, and then some of the Iron Man movies, I don't think it could really hold a candle to those.
Yeah. If I had to give the first one a rating, be a decent minus. If I'm with a nigga and they throw it on, I will talk through the movie. I definitely wouldn't be like, yo, throw that Wonder Woman on. And then the second movie is a straight up Bleach, bro. That shit hurt my soul because I'm with me, DC, your movies are ass. Everybody know they ass. The least you could do is be consistent. How the fuck is Wonder Woman a mystery when this bitch just saved the world in 1984? That's 20 years ago. I'm like, hey, that's the bitch that was on TV that saved the world. How do you not know her? You know what I'm saying? That pissed me off. Fuck
niggas would definitely recognize Martin Luther King today.
Mm-hmm. So right, bro. If Martin Luther King popped up and they was like, yo, I just found a superhero. It's Martin Luther King. I'm like, nah, nigga, that's Martin Luther King. I know that. You know what I'm saying? This bitch for real life saved the world on national TV. And Batman was like, I never knew she fucking existed. Well, where was you at in 1984, nigga? Remember when the bad bitch got on TV and saved the world? Nobody? I remember that day.
No, I agree. I mean, I feel DC just they have an issue with this timeline shit in general. I think they're trying to be different in the way that they're telling these stories by not doing the prequel thing, but still doing a prequel thing, and it's just not. It's not working. Personally, like, I don't know what they're building to, if they're still even trying to build to something. But I mean, there's already a bunch of bullshit that happens in the back of their house, anyways, with people dropping out of projects and shit. So it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like what they should have and this goes for Marvel too, is like, and I don't know if they really have this. They should have like maybe 1 to 2 or 3 to 4 like comic book fans of various degrees that they do a focus group on for these movies. And it's like, it doesn't have to be like the movie's done, but like, here's a like stick figure script or like a stick figure video of the movie. You guys watch it and tell me like all of the inaccuracies or where this is going wrong creative direction. And they can take whatever feedback they want from that and integrate it into the movie. But it just seems like that never happens. Because I feel like if there was somebody in the process that really like fucks with this stuff and can give an honest opinion, they would go like, this part is dumb for this reason. This part is also dumb for this reason. What is the like point that you're trying to get here? Like, I felt like they could have saved themselves some headache.
I think I would argue that is near the opposite, in that DC should stray away from the comic books because DC comic books fucking suck. Like, don't nobody like these niggas for their personality. You like them for their powers. So put their powers in like a relatable scenario. Like, we look at Joker or like what's that shit? With the bad nigga, Suicide Squad. Like, you get personality, and that shit made that shit good. Marvel, they already got that built in. All their characters are flawed and pieces of shit, so we connect with them. But think about all the movies where they don't do that. The first couple Thors, it was lame. It was like, bro, you're like some rigid stoic nigga. This is not cool. Captain Marvel, once again, rigid stoic nigga with all this power. It's not cool. That shit dead. But that's every DC nigga. Bro, I'm swole as fuck. Why this shit fucking up? Because I'm a fucking idiot. Like, it don't make no sense, and don't nobody watch it. I think they need to get away.
I don't think I was saying to like align with the comics. I feel like still as fans, that's why I said of various levels, there's just certain shit that's just like, it's clear that this was like trash. Like, you should have added this into the movie, because I feel like they do try to add that personality in the DC movies. My issue is I think that the way it ties to like the overall story or plot is usually shitty. Like this whole thing with, because I heard Angry Joe bring this up, but like this whole thing with like Steve being like, she still needed a male counterpart for like most of the movie, I think was just like dumb. Like, it was like, bro, we're past this. Like, the world is past this. Like, whatever Warner Brothers exec was like, no, we still need a male figure for this blah 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 reason, I think is dumb. Like, a woman can carry the lead of this film. That's what we're expecting watching the fucking movie.
Wonder Woman.
Like, why? Yeah, exactly. Like, why the fuck will we be like, no, I'm still expecting some testosterone in this bitch? Like, no, we expect this. We wouldn't watch it if we didn't. Like, you know what I mean? You'd be a fucking idiot to watch this movie and be like, where's the male counterpart? Like, bitch, it's not nowhere said in the movie that was going to happen. So
you'd be fucking surprised how stupid niggas are, though. So.
Right.
That's crazy.
So I don't know. I just felt like a lot of that came into play sometimes. It's just like, damn, I felt like the first Wonder Woman did a good job of, you know, even though they had a male counterpart, it was still like Wonder Woman was the important part of that film. And I felt like this movie definitely was like, you should care more about Steve than Wonder Woman. Like, it seemed like she was just there as the magical device to get it to a resolution, but not that I felt like I learned anything more about Wonder Woman, who she is, how the character or story is going to go, or how it even informed where she ended up at, as far as like the movie with Batman and Superman goes. I felt like I got no extra details from Wonder Woman there from this movie. It was pretty like, what the fuck to me.
Damn, that's sad, dude. Yeah.
But yeah, other trash content I want to talk about in comic books was WandaVision. So that dropped 2 episodes. I think third one dropped. I haven't watched it yet. My personal issue with it is I'm semi-familiar with, I won't say I'm an expert in the Wanda storyline. I don't know anything about Vision, but I know a little bit about Wanda from the comic books. So I felt like I knew where this was going as far as the way the show set up. I know it's some fake reality shit she's made up. And I liked in the beginning that they were like, nodding at like that age of TV shows. My issue is that I think they just let the joke go on for too long. I felt like that would have been a nice one episode thing. And then the second episode, maybe if you wanted to go along with that storyline, take it to like a different generation of TV shows, like go from the 50s to the 60s or 60s to the 70s, 90s,
That is
80s.
what they're doing.
You said what?
That is what they're doing. So if you watch episode 3, it's a different era.
I figured that that's what they were going with episode 3 because I saw that it was in color. But I just think the first two, they just dragged that Bewitched. Well, I don't even know what time frame that is, but Bewitched, Dream of Genie, that storyline out too long. It could have just been an episode and been done with it.
Yeah.
These episodes hour long or half hour?
Half hour.
Yeah, half hour, which is good. I think that is
hour, that's not too bad then. I mean, if it was an hour, I could see that more, but half hour, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could see it more. I mean, agreeance with you that at least they shouldn't take it that long. But in my opinion, if it really is just those two Fs, which equates to about an hour, I mean, that's, I don't know. It's like, it's at least better than what I initially thought. So, okay.
I think my other issue with it too is just the lack of bingeability too, because I just don't see WandaVision, from what I saw in the first 2 episodes, as a type of show I'm gonna really look for week to week if more interesting content comes up on any other app. Like right now, there's not a whole bunch of shows I'm watching week to week. Netflix has been pretty dry, so that's why it's coming to mind. Yeah, but I'm like, if shit was hot in the streets, like, there's no way I'm watching this week to week. I'm probably gonna watch the first 2. If it didn't grab me, I'm waiting until the end of the season, hearing what niggas say about it, and then I'll finish it up.
Yeah, I mean, like, based on how they were setting it up and / like how would you say, like, based on the timing, as well as just the Marvel universe and what they're doing with like TV movies with it in general, I feel like it's a decent segue in the sense that it's not supposed to be that stupidly awesome show that's just supposed to be like, yo, another Marvel banger, let's go. It's supposed to be almost like a Marvel, still get you watching Marvel-ish until that next banger show up kind of thing. And keep you like interested / even possibly be a device to introduce some other Marvel-ish, which is, just how I do in general. But
Agree. My thoughts that I have on WandaVision is that I don't think WandaVision sucks. I think that it got fucked over by situation. Like, if you think about it, we came off of a year where we went Endgame, Spider-Man, like we went like banger into banger into banger, like blockbuster hits. And then we took a whole year off, and the next shit we got was like a Marvel slice of life. And that would be like if I put y'all on all the top anime and the next thing I threw at you was a slice of life. You was like, bro, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I think it's like, one, it's a slice of life, and niggas was not expecting that. They not ready for that. Right. 2, it is not good enough to be dropped week by week. You know what I'm saying? They should have dropped the whole fucking show and let us binge it. Because when you watch episode 1 through 3, that seemed like one little plot line. Whoop! That should have went like in 1 hour long episode instead of being broken up into 3 20-something minute episodes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, it's boring. Like, if you are impatient or if you used to that action, that's going to be too boring to keep up with. And like MGG said, if I had literally anything else to do, I wouldn't be watching this shit. And I like the artistry of like every episode they change a TV generation. That's cool artistry, but you're also supposed to be selling entertainment. And unfortunately, that's not the case right now. You gave us the first Marvel experience we had in a year was a slice of life. That was not a smart move, in my opinion.
Real bad.
They should have just dropped Captain Winter Soldier.
But
go ahead.
No, I was saying I'm the opposite to where like if if they dropped the whole series, I would wait longer to watch it as opposed to watching a 20-minute episode. 20 minutes ain't shit. Like, I can find 20 minutes, but to watch the whole series, that's more of an investment for me to where I have to work myself up to watch this series. There's a lot of times where like I have shit on my queue I'm supposed to watch right now, but I just ain't watch it yet because I got to get into that mood or I got to feel it. I got to feel like really want to watch it. But a little 20-minute episode, that's like watching a anime episode a week. That ain't shit. You know, like it's good enough to the point where it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But I mean, are you really gonna keep like? Let's say that was well. I mean, it is the case. But now Netflix has some hot shit. Fucking HBO has other hot shit. Just the apps you usually go to got a bunch of shit for you to watch. Do you think WandaVision is still at the top of your list, or do you think you're still gonna end up just binging it at the end because you're not gonna keep up?
No, I'm not gonna binge it. I'm not saying I watch it like the day it comes out. Or no, I just watch it when if I was in the crib and I got 20 minutes. So I don't have time. I don't have time to watch a 4-hour-long show. I just throw that shit on. It's not. That's all it is. It's like a little in betweener.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
And it's in English. Like I don't gotta read no subtitles. Like
we can't add that as a fucking benefit.
Bro.
That's
a benefit.
No, it is though.
Bro,
I feel you.
Most shows,
but at the same time, I feel like in the medium it's in, we're talking anime manga, sure, yes.
But
I'm
compare
like
it to anime because like most shows I watch be hour-long shows, right? So I don't watch very many like 20-minute shows. The only 20-minute shows I really watch would be an anime, and in this case, this 20-minute show that I'm watching is in English, which to me is a benefit. That's what I'm saying.
I'm rocking with him on that, bro.
I feel that. I'm just saying from a perspective of like coming from comic book shows, like that's an expectation, like not a whatever. If you're talking about yes, in the context of every single show you watch, sure, English over subtitles is always going to be better. But I'm just speaking in the fact of like if this was competing against other Marvel TV shows, even DC TV shows, that's not you know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna tell somebody like if I'm telling them to watch Swamp Thing versus this show, am I gonna be like, hey bro, WandaVision in English? Like, yes, Swamp Thing is also in English. It's not changing.
You know something?
The Swamp Thing an hour long?
Go ahead.
I believe so.
It is.
So
right, but that wasn't the point I was arguing. Your short thing, I agree with. I don't have any issue with that. I was just talking about the English subtitle, or it's in English point.
Bro, this is one thing I got.
We were talking about just watching shit in general. That's what I was talking about.
All right.
I gotta add to like all the niggas that's like big hating on WandaVision. Like niggas that's like, yo, I won't even watch it. I just gotta say, low key, y'all niggas capping. Y'all niggas on bullshit. Cause motherfuckers sat through a whole 10 episodes of Iron Fist. The most boo-boo Marvel thing that's ever been put on this planet. 2 seasons, 20 episodes, hour piece, ass, collectively. And niggas watch that whole shit. And you talking about you can't get through a 20-minute episode? Get out of here, bro. I'm not hearing it. Iron Fist was doo-doo. That's why I'm like, niggas got to get over that shonen hype because motherfuckers will watch Iron Fist, which basically is an American shonen, but then shit on the slice of life that's 20 minutes. Like, nigga, go ahead and watch that.
But, I mean, for me right now, I'm not even... If we're talking about Marvel TV shows, in retrospect, I can't say that a lot of them were, like, amazing. I'm not going to say they were all trash, but, like, Luke Cage in retrospect, not as good as it was when I watched it. Punisher, I think, was probably the only one that I'm like, besides that last season, I was like, okay, I enjoyed it, like, post and while watching it. Oh, yeah, my bad. I forgot about Daredevil. My bad. That one I have to take back. Daredevil was actually good.
He the only nigga coming back. Y'all heard he coming back in Spider-Man.
I saw that.
Yeah, everybody else got the boot.
R.I.P.
Hey, you know something? I'm going to let us finish on this, but I feel like I really wanted to ask this, but Deuce wasn't here. So the story time was about drowning and shit, and you the resident, Aquaman. So I'm like, do you got any stories of like how you learned to swim or was shit difficult for you? Like,
or did you almost drown?
No, hell no. I was swimming since I was like 4, so I wouldn't even remember like when I learned to swim. Honestly, I mean, I've seen like I have stories of other kids like almost drowning. Like when I was like a swimming like tutor, like because every little kid think they can swim. They be like they think they're invincible. So these niggas would jump into the deep end. These like 4 or 5-year-olds. They jump into the deep end, and usually we would save them. So they still thinking that they good. They can swim on their own or they float, whatever. But for some reason, all of the instructors were down at the other side one day. This little boy, like I said, he's like 5. He want to jump in. At first, he had a smile on his face, but then his head dip on the water. He started screaming. So we all there rushing down, running to go save his ass, and then. It was funny because another instructor was like, didn't even jump in to save him. He was just trying to reach across, like,
damn,
grab my hand.
Lazy ass.
Bro, that's a 5-year-old. Yeah, that's a 5-year-old boy. So what are you going to do? So actually, another student had to save him. But the moral of the story is that other boy ain't never jump in that pool again. When you tell him to stop, he stopped. He wasn't playing those games no more.
Yeah.
That's probably hopping in the shallow wind.
Me and Gramps was those little kids in our stories.
Yep.
All right.
So my dumb ass would have hopped back in though. Like I got this time.
All right.
All right, so that's it for decent news. We can move on into the anime segment. So kicking it off with Stronger Than Goku. Gramps, do you want to set this one up? So it was your idea.
All right, so damn, what's the name of the damn YouTuber?
Daquan?
Yeah, Daquan Wiltshire. So if your ass watching this video, this is because of your ass. But we definitely he made a video recently talking about how no anime characters out there can ever beat Goku. So we are dedicating this section to your ass to show you all of the fucking characters. I mean, this is not even all of the characters. This is just a short list of some of the characters that can rock Goku ass. And we're not saying that he's going to kill him 10 out of 10 fights or whatever, but these people definitely have the capability of being able to take his ass out. And, there might be a little bit of a debate on some of these characters and so forth, but let's start it off. This first one is obvious. Zeno from Dragon Ball Super. I mean,
same show.
Yeah. It's only a matter of time, bro, for Goku to clap that nigga.
When it's in his own series, I get concerned because I'm like, they'll probably make him beat that nigga eventually. It's always set as a goal for him to drop later.
I don't think Zeno, he'll ever be Zeno though.
He shouldn't, technically, but
that's probably what niggas thought about Beerus. Beerus next, nigga.
He still can't beat Beerus.
Is he on his way? Beerus next. Believe that.
But I feel like Beerus is actually beatable though. Like you actually have tiers of niggas over Beerus. So I think obviously Goku can get to Beerus's level at some points. But fucking the top, like literally the strongest possible nigga.
God, I guess.
Yeah, even though the nigga's name is Super Saiyan God or whatever, fucking controversial statement. Yeah, the fucking God of the show. I don't see how you can top that.
Yeah, I mean,
might as well be the
I guess Supreme Kai was the god of the show at one point.
No, bro, like right? The whole what do you want to call it? The whole like religious god aspect in like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball whatever. I just gave up until Grand Zeno. I was like, maybe they finally did it. Like maybe Grand Zeno is finally the top of the top. But you never know. I mean, like, I still don't trust.
You never know.
Super.
Kami was at the top of the top for a minute.
Exactly. Like, it all started with Kami. And then it was King Kai. And then it was like, oh, he's actually just the god of the West. And then
it was Supreme Kai.
I mean, like, they kept creating, like, an actual god. They actually made a god system. I mean, like, that was, like, the first show that actually ran into something like that. So I just gave up guessing. But in any case, no, Grand Zeno, like how his power's made, there should be no chance Goku actually ever attains a power greater than that. But it's Goku. So eventually, who knows? No.
I will preface this by saying, yes, Goku is pretty OP. So I'm not gonna sit here and say he's a total hoe. Like there's a billion people stronger than him. There isn't any. The unfortunate fact is that, well, fortunate for DBZ fans, unfortunate for people who care about verses, is that he's just gonna keep getting stronger because Akira Toriyama clearly has an issue with niggas sleeping on this motherfucker. So, for me though, I just wanted to put him out before anyone took him, was Gurren Lagann, like the actual robot from that series. I mean, by the end of the series, these niggas are throwing around universes at each other. Like, I don't think Goku has done anything of the sort. So I personally feel like if we throw universes, I don't know what else I have to say about durability or anything there, but I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory as like this nigga's there. And to that video, because I did watch it, so I had good perspective. He definitely was coming at all the like people who only watch like the popular shonen. Like, I don't think he didn't really think about what he said. He was just like, his response was to every popular shonen response to Goku, which was like Saitama, the big three, all that other stuff. Which I'm like, none of those I ever thought, besides maybe Saitama, were stronger than Goku anyway. So the scales were all out of control. But one thing I did read up was it does look like Ichigo might be stronger with the shit that he did in the last arc. I will save him for my honorable mentions because I didn't like super hard check the Carfax on that. But according to like the Versus Wiki and what he's pulled out at the end, they say that nigga is at least on his tier. So there's potential there.
Well,
I actually didn't know that. That's crazy.
I would just want to bring out a couple things like Light Yagami and then therefore Shinigami from Death Note, obviously, like Goku can die. But then there's always the argument like that nigga can teleport from the afterlife and run your fade, which is true. So there could be an argument to if they are in fact stronger than him. You know what I'm saying? That's fair.
Well, my thing is with the Shinigamis, he can't see or hear you or touch you unless your ass actually get a Death Note yourself, unless you actually have contact with one. So that's why I'm like, they just gonna continue writing the nigga name over and over and keep killing his ass no matter how many times he comes back until he actually touches one of those books.
But I mean, based on the Dragon Ball logic, though, Goku can still slap you while dead, right?
So yeah, but he can't touch you, see you, or any of that shit until he touches a Death Note. So yeah, he's technically just a dead nigga.
I would still technically only see that as like a tie, quote unquote, then, right?
Well, but here's our issue then. If any of these niggas are fighting Goku in this list that we're talking about people that can kill Goku. And if you're bringing up the logic that, okay, even if Goku dies, he's technically never dead, then that makes him unbeatable in that sense, right?
Yeah, that's logic.
Now, I would argue because, like, I know some people have power over, like, spirits. So it's like, okay, if Goku a ghost and I get, like, a loose nigga from Shaman King, can they fold this nigga while he a ghost? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that'd be my logic to some niggas where they be like, well, if I'm like, bro, once that nigga dead, that's an L. Because Goku also need permission. He can't just be like, oh, today I want to leave the afterlife. Like, he got to be like, hey, yo, can I leave, please? And then they say, yeah. Like, so I don't even want to count that as a power. A couple other niggas I want to throw out there. Like I always brought this up even since I was a kid. Abel Nightroad from Trinity Blood. Goku needs his blood to live. Abel Nightroad is nearly indestructible, can keep up with him with speed and strength. And if he gets one cut, a millimeter big, that's it. Give me all that blood. Bow! Popping that shit out of you in a second. So I'm like, nah, Goku's not beating Abel Nightroad. He's not beating Odin from Marvel when it comes to just pure hands. Like, if we open it up, like past anime manga.
I was concerned about doing that because I was like, if we open it up, then the list is really like this nigga ain't shit.
It's too fucking long.
Like half the niggas in there is like they wake up and drop niggas like Goku for breakfast
regularly. You know, I'm like, all right, bro. I'm gonna leave all the Marvel DC niggas out.
Yeah, because niggas would have started putting in. Yeah, because niggas would have started bringing in cartoons and all this shit. Ben 10 and all them niggas. It's like, nah, let's just keep it compact.
Ben 10 definitely deserves to be on there if we bring that shit on there. But
For anime, I want to bring out basically all of my true reality warpers. Like, fuck, what's that one nigga? Fuck, I can't even remember the nigga name. I'll get back to him later. I gotta remember the anime too. But like, there are like true reality warpers out there that could probably just turn this nigga Goku to a chicken.
Well, here's one that I added on the list. The Truth from Full Metal Alchemist. So basically, when you go through the door, you just see a nigga that's a fucking dark shadow or whatever, just chilling or whatever. That nigga is.
I just got feelings regarding that. It's like I don't consider the Truth as like a real character in a way. You know what I mean? It's more like how would this fight between the Truth and Goku really even happen? You know what I'm saying?
Because I mean, like the nigga just gonna snap his finger and Goku gone.
No, I mean, like that's not what I'm arguing. Like, as far as like power goes, yes, the logic is there, but it's more again like the Truth should be, or at least how I interpreted the show, as almost a concept in a way, or he's just straight God, or if you want to say that too, in a way. So unless like if we're gonna really like give him the physical form that the show is showing, then okay. But in my opinion, I feel like that could be interpreted different ways. So that's just why I feel a little about that. But to go with what you're saying, I do agree. It's just I don't see the fight or the versus ever truly happening.
I feel like if Itachi hit your ass with a genjutsu, and you had this ultimately strong nigga in this world that you could never beat, no matter how strong you got, that's the nigga that the Truth is. That's how I picture him.
Oh, okay. That's a way to describe it, I guess. But it's more like that device to, again, get Goku to fight the Truth. I just feel like that wouldn't happen, you know? But anyway, I feel like that's kind of like my own personal bias, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But
I don't know if that nigga couldn't find the damn Dragon Balls and he tried to do the same damn thing that the brothers did to get their moms back. He ended up running into that door.
We know Goku ain't smart enough for that one. What are these circles? So yeah, I remember from D Gray Man, Jazz Devi is a person who can kind of manipulate reality. That's always been a low tier person that I bring up when I'm like, niggas without strong powers can definitely body Goku because a nigga can manipulate reality. Shoot that nigga with a heart disease bullet or something like.
Facts though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and for just a quick, for people that never watched it, them niggas just make bullets that do whatever they want. They do this today. Yeah. Boom, you got that shit.
Yeah, but how fast do those bullets go? Because you got to hit that nigga, don't you?
Oh, I made a bullet that just hit you. Boom.
Oh, wait, what?
Go to sleep, nigga.
He got bad OP like that? Okay. That works. Wow.
Shit.
I'm going low-key on the list. I got to give big ups to Exodia. I don't know who put that on, but yes. Like, I'm about that.
Yeah, that shit hilarious.
Hey, bro. Hey, all I got, Yugi would body that nigga. Like, cause like, so Yugi powers don't depend on how strong you is. Like, look, bro, I challenge you to this shadow game, my nigga. If I win, Goku, I take your soul. All right, nigga, Exodia, obliterate. Got him. Like,
you know good and well, Goku ain't smart enough to win that card game, so it's a wrap.
But Goku not above flipping that table and knocking this nigga out, real talk.
100%.
You got me fucked up, Yugi!
So Yugi's getting 1 out of 10 on that one, because then after that, he's just knocking him out. You didn't get it twice.
I'm not playing this game anymore.
No, but I think a lot of if you don't fight with hands, I think you have a very, very good chance of beating Goku. If your power is like you don't involve actual fist fighting, I think you got a good chance. With the Bleach thing, when you said like Ichigo, I think hella people in Bleach would beat Goku. Like, because they'd be having eyes and he got weird powers. Like, you can't do shit against that. There was like the their Bankais have like rules and shit you got to follow. Where if you don't do it, some shit happens. There was the guy that turns everything old. I think a lot of people in Bleach would beat that nigga.
Yeah, I think you put him in there, Baragon.
Yeah, Baragon.
The original Grim Reaper of the.
This one I don't like. Mob Psycho beating Goku. Niggas tripping on that one. Goku owns that nigga Mob.
Yeah, I feel like that has to be conditional. I mean, maybe it's the argument when he's truly pulling out like the question mark percents or like the over 100% maybe, but that still is like a time taker. And if we're talking right at the get-go, he's not that state. He's getting bodied.
Like Goku might literally finger flick that nigga and knock him unconscious.
Right.
Well, my issue with Goku is that nigga likes to let niggas power up and shit. So I can see his dumb ass. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to get you to your maximum power just so I can see how strong you really are. Because if you're strong enough, you'll make me stronger.
I would support that, except Mob get powered up by like you being a dick to that nigga, and that's something that Goku wouldn't like do. Like, oh, let me be a dick to this nigga to power him up.
I mean, F around. Don't forget he did that to what's his face though. Thank you. Yeah. Ooh. Like at the very end, he was literally like, "Bro, I can't fight you. I'm a pacifist or whatever." And he was like, "Okay, bet your mama's so fat that." The Orion belt was like her belt size. I don't know. So it was something stupid like that. But Oob actually got hot.
Fair.
Fair. The point is that Goku at least tried it.
That. True that. I got another one just because we don't know this nigga's limits. I'm gonna throw out that nigga Toriko's third demon. Just because we saw a fucking villain who was going from universe to universe.
That's true.
Eating planets for lunch. And this nigga's Toriko's third demon just came out and said, boop, and that nigga just disappeared. So,
I mean, look, on the Toriko thing, that's why I would say I was gonna make him an honorable mention, but I would even add Toriko, the character, to there because, like I said, these niggas, if this manga was supposed to keep going on, we're eventually going to hunt elephants the size of stars, like herds of elephants the size of stars. So if that actually popped off, like not only Toriko, but probably his, group would also probably be up there. But I'm just saying, like, I just can't. He has to be honorable because that was never allowed to go to fruition. But that was said on the last chapter. Like, yeah, there's elephants the size of stars that niggas got to hunt for food. Like, and then just thinking about what beats that, what he has to fight, he would have gotten way stronger than Goku, in my personal opinion, if that manga was allowed to go the right way.
I honestly forgot about that part.
Oh, what? So, I think it's obvious to us that there are people with like these abilities that can definitely trump him. What hands throwing niggas can compete or beat Goku?
I think that's where you got a real tough time.
And I think that could be the argument that these niggas just not articulating. Yeah. It's just like, Goku the nicest with the hands. And when you bring that in, it become a lot more difficult.
See, but then my question becomes, so that was like, because I had a spin on this, really, right? Like, they're stronger than Goku. And it wasn't strength, because I felt like you couldn't really take them on strength-wise. But my question is really, like, martial arts combat-wise. Like, let's say we even the plane, it was world tournament level, and you just boxing this nigga with combat. Do we still think Goku is, like, one of the top-tier martial artists, or it's all of these other things? That's what I'm saying. Like, combat-wise, he's fast, and he throws a lot of punches.
I have to say,
I would say he couldn't beat Baki's father. If it was just pure, straight combat, he wouldn't be able to beat him.
Right?
I'm sorry, I disagree.
What?
No, just pure combat based off of the levels of martial arts that you know. I would say that I would assume that he knows more martial arts than him.
I mean, we still got to talk about the physical feats, though.
Yeah,
I mean, we still got to talk about how strong.
I thought we weren't going based off of strength, though. I thought we were just going based purely based off of your martial arts skills,
right?
Not based off of how strong this nigga is or how fast this nigga is.
I was trying to say scale Goku down to that combatant's world, like basically put it in a way where it's just a martial arts battle.
Then
he would lose to every martial arts.
You think so?
I don't agree.
I think he has martial arts.
No.
And this would be my argument.
I mean,
so if you look at the way Master Roshi trained them, their martial arts, like that's why I say Goku's strength and speed, not bullshit. His martial arts is built on being physically dominant. You know what I'm saying? They carry turtle shells on their back. They lift heavy stuff. They train to heavy gravity. It's not about being technically sound. It's about being physically superior to the nigga ahead of you. Most niggas Goku knock out is because like, bro, I'm faster than you. So it's like, to me, that argument is saying, hey, let's get rid of Goku's skill. Because technically, I give Goku don't get them bullshit power-ups. Well, he do, but not the same way that other, main characters do. There is still a progression to everything Goku got. A progression you can track. Like that nigga actually, like, bro, this is his power. This is his martial art being faster than you. So it's like, I don't think that's fair. And if we scale him down, we still have to say that, I would say we scale him down to his martial arts tournament days, where it's like, okay, he not Goku blowing up planet speed, but he's faster than you can see for sure. Like, I think that's fair. That's part of his moves. It's like a sports anime nigga, like, yo, this nigga fast. Like, that's Goku shit. Oh, this little nigga quick.
No, I agree with that. I mean, I think that's a fair point, and I think that's why I never brought that up as a versus, because it does seem like all of the speed and strength feats are tied to what you consider his martial arts in general. So it's like, if you took it away, he's not Goku, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I mean, but even based on that scale, I would still put him up high. But based on what Gramps now said with that reference, I would now agree with Gramps. Then I think that Baki's dad could take him. Then.
Well, Deuce was saying based that any nigga with martial arts can beat him in that case.
Yeah, I think like I said, if you take away all of his, like Player 5 said, his thing is his strength and speed. If you take that from him and just give him like regular Baki niggas stuff, I think most of those people in Baki can beat him. No, like they have technically better martial arts skills than Goku does. It's just that that nigga is strong and fast.
You said that this nigga practices on strength and speed, right? So we have a nigga who's pure. He was an assassin whose combat was purely based on speed. If you go back to King and Ashura, they had a nigga who basically knocked out niggas just by dashing extremely fast and knocking their ass out, and he got his ass straight dropped. So a nigga like that is beatable. Yeah. Even if you're faster than all of your opponents, you still getting your ass dropped by a nigga that knows
exactly. I'm the one that's saying Goku will get dropped. Yeah,
I'm saying Goku not going for that, bro. Like, cause Goku also pretty shifty. Like, I'm just like, when I think back to Goku, cause the way it seemed like niggas trying to fight him, it's like scale that nigga back down to Goku from Dragon Ball, and like, he mainly used his speed and strength to conquer niggas, but Goku also wasn't like a slouch. Like, I don't know. I don't think I'm going. Like, he not weak with the hands. He just like, what's the point of knowing how to get out of an arm lock when I can knock your fucking arm off?
I mean, my thing is, I think like tournament Goku is still probably stronger than everyone of Baki though. Like when he fighting Piccolo, them niggas are still way above what they was doing.
I think the low key issue is that, like, based off like what you said, Player 5. Scaling Goku down to any universe still makes him by default the strongest person in that universe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the issue.
That's his style.
Because it's associated to his martial arts. So it's like, in order to keep the speed, technically he's the strong. He still has strength behind that speed. So you can't just make him super fast without also adding strength behind that fastness. You feel me? So if you put him in Baki, he has to be the strongest, fastest nigga, like
by far, even
physically stronger than Biscuit, and then as fast as the fastest nigga. And then I think maybe you can still debate that. And then I still think Yujiro might be able to take the dub, but then it's almost like saying he is Yujiro, because I don't know if Yujiro is the fastest, but I'm assuming his ability encompasses that. So I don't know. It's like saying, can he beat himself in a way?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Is like, if you want to scale them there, just like you said, take whoever the strongest, fastest nigga in that show is, and then double that nigga and be like, all right, that's what Goku would be if he was in that show. Because even in Dragon Ball, there were other types of martial arts. Like, niggas was using real skills, and like that nigga strategy was, I'm gonna be faster than you and hit you in the fucking stomach. Like, so I'm just like, shit, that's that nigga strategy. So if you talking about this Baki nigga, whoever the strongest nigga, fastest nigga in Baki, add their skills together, then double that shit, can that nigga still beat that nigga?
But that's the issue. You're applying a Dragon Ball logic instead of applying his actual training. Like, his training on a regular human's body is not going to allow that nigga to beat everybody else in that regular human's verse.
No, I think the counter to that argument is there people in the world that have skills that it doesn't matter if you're the fastest or strongest person there. So like, for example, in Baki, like if you find out, like you were talking about with the fastest person, that's why I thought that was a good point. Like if you're still beatable being the fastest person in the series, then it doesn't matter that you're the fastest person there because there's other skills that allow you to beat them. So now if you're the fastest and physically strongest person in the series, are there characters that have beaten somebody that has that like are the physical peak of the show? And I think that's the case where I still think Yujiro can win because he strikes me as a person who has probably faced people that were better than him in both of those skill sets and still won.
So well, you also have that old man.
Strongest pinnacle, huh?
You also have that old man that Yujiro fight. If you go back to the anime, that old man or whatever, fucking floating like a damn leaf or whatever, he has some type of power where if you touch his ass, you're gonna get fucked up too or something like that, right? Well, not power, but martial arts.
No, I mean,
right. So I mean, the argument I think still goes back to the fact that like Goku is beatable as long as there's someone in your world. Like if you scale him down, I'm saying as long as there's someone in your world that can beat the physical peak of that world. Like if you're at your physical fastest and strongest in that world, if that person's still easily beatable in that world, then I would argue that series, if you scale Goku down to their level, they'll easily beat him.
Like an example, if we scale Goku down to real level, it's like, I don't know, a boxing. Like if I gave this nigga Mike Tyson strength and Mayweather speed, all in one nigga, that'd be fucking scary, but that would be Goku. Like he the strongest, fastest nigga you gonna ever fight. But it's still niggas out there that might outreach that nigga and might actually beat him. So I would say scale down the real world, Goku beatable. I don't know Baki world, so that's why I'm just giving like an example. I don't know how the shit works. But if there's a nigga that can beat the strongest, fastest nigga, plus a little more and durable, okay.
Well, I'm gonna say niggas who definitely do jujutsu are definitely meant to be able to try to take on niggas who are stronger and faster than you. So if you have somebody who has enough combat experience who can fucking dodge your attacks and get in on you and get a fucking hold, then they taking you out. So AKA the niggas and some of the niggas in Kengan, for example. Say that again.
It's not like there's still limits to that shit. It's like, so what? Like when you scale down Goku, like they're saying, he's still like in Baki, these guys are still like ridiculously like impossibly real life strong. Like a person can't even be as strong as they are in real life. So if you put Goku down to that again, he will be ridiculously strong. I mean, like there's still it's still hard to even fathom that. Besides like Yujiro, sure, but these regular like grapplers or whatever, they would just get wrecked by.
You saying because he would just fucking grab their wrist and just break all of their bones?
No, like the idea is you have to take
the black guy does that. You know the black, what's his name? I forgot his name, but he does that. And Goku be stronger than him. So
like what Player 5 said, the idea is you have to take the strongest physical attributes of everyone in that series, maybe even add like a +2 or double them, and then that makes Goku. So like for me, if Biscuit, or is his name Biscuit or Oliver, whatever his name is, if he's shown as the most durable nigga in Baki, Goku has that. And then like whoever's shown as the most strongest nigga in Baki, Goku has that. And whoever's shown as the most fastest nigga in Baki, Goku has that. That makes up Goku in the Baki universe. Now but you go, skill. Is there anyone in the Baki universe where that really doesn't matter? Like that can still take on the fastest, strongest nigga and win. And most durable nigga and win. And then if that's the case, right, like what it seems like with Baki's father, because I think Baki's father is not the most durable. I don't think he can do the feats that Biscuit does or whatever. Like I don't think he's taking shotgun shells to the chest. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
but
I assume not.
Yeah, but like if that's the case, then you go like, okay, well he has some other X factor that allows him to beat the most physically person. I think the thing about Goku is that he is literally the peak of physicality. Every physical feat in any world, he maxes that out. So the question is, does that world allow them to beat somebody like that? And a lot of the combat-focused worlds or combat-focused shonens, it doesn't fucking matter. Like if he was in a Naruto world, strongest, fastest nigga, like he's bodying a lot of niggas, period. Because like they don't have things to combat that.
The issue is like they can beat someone that has one of those, right? You can beat like the person who's just the strongest, or beat the person who's just the fastest. But to fight a nigga that's the strongest, fastest, most durable, and he still have like martial arts skills, like that ain't gonna happen. You know, like
But there are some worlds like
Yeah.
Kenichi, for example. I would say Goku is like that, the Grandmaster nigga, like strongest, fastest, most durable. But it's a nigga out there for that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's a nigga that can counter them. So some worlds is doable. Some worlds it definitely ain't though.
Right. And that's where he really shines, is like those physical based worlds. Like Goku's pretty much, even if you try to scale him down in that world, Goku's still the top nigga in there. But the ones where maybe they leverage some strategy, different types of techniques, like even like the Bleach world, you can even argue maybe Jujutsu Kaisen, they might have a shot at beating them if he scaled down to their world, just because of the uniqueness of abilities and powers. Like there's maybe somebody who can like get around the physical fast, like all those physical feats, because they're not as important in a battle in that world.
Yeah, like,
But
I
this
think
is
if
just
we
talking
did
about
Goku,
scaling him down. I'm not saying bringing Goku from TVZ there. I'm talking about scaling him down as the top tier physical person in a world.
Yeah.
like in the real world, Goku would get folded because ground game. Goku ain't got no technique.
Oh,
bro.
not at all.
They'd get that nigga on the ground, fold his dumb ass. Like he'd be tapping out like real quick.
But yeah, I mean, in the spirit of the Stronger Than series, though, we always got to do Weaker Than. So in this case, it's hard.
All of
Goku,
anime.
because there's a lot. But what I'm saying is, I think the best idea here is to think of people that people may argue are close to him, and then debate that down.
Well, so there's a couple websites that I saw that definitely said that Naruto and Sasuke were able to beat that nigga. So let's just go ahead and get that out the way real quick.
Naruto and Sasuke, worse than.
Yes.
No. Like, bro, that nigga Naruto came close when he was fighting Killer Bee brother. But like if we use our same thought process, like yo, take Mike Guy and then be like, yo, where Mike Guy is, like where he went 8 gates is probably Goku powering up to Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Nah. He folded the whole series, bro. And he don't get a heart attack after. That's just a loose power up. He folded that.
Yeah.
That's it.
My bad. Who did you just say? I'm sorry, I had to mute myself.
We were just shitting on the whole Naruto.
Yeah,
world.
so one website said Naruto and Sasuke can take that nigga out. So we were just getting that out the way as them niggas taking L's.
I'm not gonna say this as a real Weaker Than, but I will say this as a caveat, just to settle the debate. Saitama is 100% just not yet. Even after looking at the verses, this made me laugh so hard. I was like curious, so I was like, let me look at what his stats are on the versus wiki, and like right now, from what we've seen, I think he's at like continent level. But the funny thing about the versus wiki is that on every statement of power, they put likely much higher for Saitama. just feeding off the potential that this nigga did the shit casually. And I feel them on that. Like, and that's part of my reason of why I was there. But long time ago, I already came to that conclusion of the Saitama debate is just, we don't know his max. We do know Goku's max, but we don't know his max. So based off of that, from right now, if we only take him at his feet, Goku would win. But honestly, it's hard to even do that because there's still a strong inclination that that's not his max. There's something much higher. So it's just a dash right now. I wouldn't even say it's a draw. It's just a dash.
100%.
That's fair.
I mean, if we're starting with Naruto, we could just straight up say most anime MCs, as far as like shonen MCs go, if we're being real. So,
I don't think anybody ever said this, but All Might would definitely get bodied by Go. Like All Might is like folded under the ground near the center.
Yo,
are people actually saying that, bro?
Hey.
No way.
Everything the heroes are going through right now is what would happen if All Might was alive at peak strength and Goku decided he wanted
low-key though, if you scale Goku down to My Hero, he might fucking be like All Might is like that much stronger than everyone else. Where him and Goku might be similar, bro. Because like if you compare All Might to everyone else in that series, that's like you take the strongest nigga, the second best hero.
Yeah,
you could triple him and he's still not at All Might. I mean, like that might be a good one.
Yeah, they would be equals to each other. The only difference is I don't think All Might has any martial arts skills. which would give him that L.
This is what I'm gonna say. I think that niggas are definitely underplaying All Might, and that we gotta understand that every feat he does is him holding back. He ain't never put full amount of force into a nigga, because they even say when he do some shit, they'll be like, wow, he even made sure that he didn't do this to blow up the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, All Might literally pulling every punch. So I'm like, bro, for niggas that be saying he getting purely clapped, like, pump the brakes. My nigga All Might ain't no hoe, bro. Like, my nigga ain't no hoe.
You saying that he didn't go all out against All For One?
A full Goku.
I'm saying this: if All Might start fighting this nigga Goku, if they like, hey, bro, let's take this shit to the outside, bro. No holds bars. Goku gonna have to go Super Saiyan 2. He not holding that nigga base form, bro. Oh God, he not holding my nigga base form. He gonna have to power up a little bit. My nigga All Might.
I think Kaioken is dropping him. I think he need a little bit of Kaioken. It's over with. Bye. Sleep. Snoo.
Oh.
Are we talking about Dragon Ball Super Goku?
Yes.
What is his base stats right now? That's like
no fuck.
Actually, that's a good question, bro. I mean, F around, dude.
Bro, all I gotta say is, motherfucking, I seen niggas that put in way less work than All Might force this nigga Goku to at least power up to Super Saiyan. My nigga All Might, y'all saw that United States of Smash, bow! Boy, that nigga made a tornado happen. You feel me? And he wasn't even really going. I'm talking about he like, bro, I'm giving you this 1,000,000%, nigga, all for one United States of Smash at his peak. Bro, you gonna have to go Super Saiyan, dog. You not just gonna eat that to your motherfucking face. Like, Goku ain't that sweet with the shit, bro. Like, no, I'm not going. I'm not. Put some respect on my nigga Toshinori Yagi. Fuck you mean? All Might himself.
Oh, I'm gonna have to put some disrespect on the Light Yagami one. Just off of like, it's really just a one shot thing. It's like he got lucky. He happens to find out Goku's name before Goku, knows about his existence. But I think if in any world where Goku knows about this nigga's existence, I don't really see like taking a dub.
I'm not going, bro. See, this is why I would say most niggas would think that. Like, oh, he writes his name once, next fight, Goku prepared. Goku will teleport on that nigga, grab his arms, and Light gonna hit him with the I wrote your name 3 weeks ago. Bro, that's Light, he gonna come up like, what? I'm burned to death. No, actually, I had my girlfriend write your name. Like, that nigga Light really be on that, bro. Like, that, give my nigga Light some credit.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of respect on the strategy there.
Strategies though, that was another one that I saw. I was like, what? Nigga said Lelouch will beat Goku.
Hell yeah. Lelouch body in that nigga. But that's because he got the Gios.
But he has to be looking at you though.
Goku look niggas in the eyes.
If that nigga popped up behind his ass, GG. And
you gotta know how the shit works. And there's no way he would know how the shit works
for the power to be activated, or do you like activate the eyes and then they're like stuck looking at you, waiting for your command though?
Basically, yeah, they stop like, yo, like, I mean, I can't say if that's a power of the Gios or if that's just a niggas be like, yo, your eyes weird. I can't speak on that. They never really confirmed. But that nigga Lelouch got Light level strats. And if Light can strat around writing the name, my nigga Lelouch would be like, oh, Goku teleport on me to blow my... Like, Lelouch is actually at war with niggas trying to blow his top off every day. They know where that nigga crib at. You know what I'm saying? Light, niggas don't know where he at. Lelouch deal with shit like that. He be like, nah, niggas trying to blow me up every day, bro. I'm ready. Goku gonna come in that bitch and be like, all right, Goku, I want you to travel back in time and go whoop your own ass. Okay, Lelouch. Like, Lelouch will body that nigga. That nigga got Light strats with a stronger power and a whole military behind him. I'm not going for that one.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think 90% of shonen MCs, like we said earlier, is probably taking an L to Goku. What had just came into my mind?
Hey, I got somebody though that could beat Goku, bro. If you put that nigga in the same world. My nigga Hinamaru from Hinamaru no Sumo.
Oh no, I feel
that nigga, bro.
It's clout.
That nigga. You put that nigga on the back, dog. Like,
underdog.
He got heart, bro.
Story. Yeah, that hard to take him to the top. That hard to take him to the top.
I'm a little froze. I mean, like, just for clarification for people checking us out, you do mean in a sumo match, Hinamaru got it.
You know he ain't beating Goku because
he dropping Goku in the sumo match. I didn't even know
beat the pros, bro.
Okay.
If Hinamaru can beat the pros, then he'd be able to go against him.
Fuck you mean?
I mean, he's beaten a couple pros.
He's going against high schoolers, fucking them niggas up, but he can't beat a full pro. He can't.
Pros be looking at Hinamaru like, ooh.
Yeah, they looking like, oh, this nigga gonna be a challenge when he get older, but he ain't fucking with me right now.
Although, bro.
I mean,
Goku ain't got that weight,
with
dog.
pros though. Like he trained with pros. Like, well, what do you mean? Like,
yeah,
like when he went like in his like training arc. Like, did he go to like?
He wasn't fucking them up though. He wasn't whooping everybody ass.
He did beat the very first one though. Is what I'm trying to say. The point is that the simple fact that he got that real simpy W at the very start. That's all he would need to beat Goku then.
And Goku only like 130 pounds, nigga. He tossing this nigga, bro. Like it's over with.
Clarify, did you say in the DBZ world or in the Hinamaru no Sumo
in the Hinamaru world, so he gets scaled down.
Let's be clear.
Because I definitely thought the other way around, and I honestly think that he would come up because I honestly think from the DBZ storyline perspective, the story favors the underdog. As much as it looks like Goku is the top motherfucker, he usually starts as the underdog in the beginning and then comes up or whatever. So to me, if we rate an underdog to underdog, Hinamaru competed in some shit where he had no chance. Like they were like, you are literally too short to do this shit. And he, capitalized on that situation. So I felt like if he went in the DBZ, that nigga's underdogness to take him to the top.
He gonna be Krillin. He gonna be Krillin, boy.
He
gonna be Krillin. Small ass nigga.
Hey, that Destructo just gonna take him to the top, man. I'm fucking everybody up.
Yeah, the top of the humans for sure.
Damn.
Hey, bro, all I gotta say is I would love to see the 1,000 demon wheel in the Dragon Ball Z world. Oh, like that'll blow a nigga planet up easy.
Oh yeah.
Boom, blow the whole planet up. They need to put a grappler in Dragon Ball Z. That'd be dope.
For real. Any other trash characters that really need to disrespect for people think Goku? Niggas think he's trying to Goku.
No, I just wanted to disrespect that nigga.
Oh, okay. I feel you. All right.
Who that?
Endeavor.
Fuck him.
Oh. I think if you scale Goku down to JoJo's, he might
that's not smart enough to survive.
My bad. He gonna take an L.
He's not lucky enough to keep player 5 happy.
He's not lucky enough.
He's not lucky enough to survive that world.
Because all them niggas win with luck, not strats, bro.
Damn.
If his name don't end in Joseph, so you the first one knocked out Goku, you gonna try it.
Little did y'all know my name Goku Josuke.
Oh,
yeah, we never got his middle name. Shit.
Exactly, bro.
But yeah, I guess that will wrap that up and move on to the next segment. So I've been seeing this all around a lot, thought it was interesting. And since we're already on the world of talking about the shonen world, this meme going around about Joker breaking anime main characters. I've seen who he breaks first with like Naruto, Aang, I think even Ichigo, a bunch of other people. But I think for this discussion topic for us, we just wanted to shout out which characters we think Joker can break, which characters we think, straight up killing that nigga as soon as they see him. And then which characters we think maybe even turn this nigga around.
So
break the joke.
Yeah, we gotta classify break real quick.
Yeah,
so,
because
what exactly do we mean by that?
If we going like mentally break, like them niggas go crazy, that's different than just like breaking to kill, because I feel like every main character gets broken to kill in the anime.
Yeah, so to me, I think broken to kill is a separate topic, and then mentally breaking as the other. Okay. And then we can talk about friendship speeches, who we think is flipping Joker. But
I'll say this right now.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll say this right now. That nigga Naruto gonna be in the loony bin, nigga. He's breaking that nigga noodle instantly.
What?
Naruto gonna be
Talk
crazy.
no jutsu ain't working against the Joker?
No, sir, boy. That nigga for real crazy. Like that talk no jutsu shit not going. And the thing is, Joker he'll fuck with you just enough for you to not kill him. Like he'll do some shit like, oh, I kill Hinata. Oh no, Naruto, you about to kill me. Get drugged and be like, oh, friend. And then Naruto spend like 5 years with this nigga as his friend just to kill his next bitch. Like, got him. You don't break that nigga noodle, boy. Like Naruto can't do that shit. And Naruto, he be trying to fight for his friend so hard. I could see the Joker legitimately becoming Naruto friend just to have this nigga chase after him like Sasuke.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say that same shit. Like if Sasuke wanted, he could have like just wrapped the nigga around his finger and do whatever, bro. Like the nigga said, "Leave me alone," hella times, but he still decided to chase him. So yeah, that's an L for Naruto.
Sasuke a for real war criminal and that nigga on free charges, fucking Konoha bitches. Like,
yeah.
Naruto, boy, he's softer than Goku or softer than Batman because Batman will never let this nigga Joker just come chill at the crib. Like, no.
I think one person that I think will actually convert that nigga is, I'm gonna have to say it, Emma from Promised Neverland, bro. This bitch talk no jutsu in the entire world. Into fucking not eating human beings when they was just doing that shit for fun, bro. And she didn't say nothing. So I think she's switching that nigga. I think she has.
I don't know, man. Like he said, like Joker, he just crazy though. It's like,
look,
these demons, at least they still had like normal, like common sense. Like he tried to like appeal to their like sense of goodness or some shit.
You stayed long enough for Lewis, right?
Yeah, we seen that nigga. That's the nigga, the adult nigga with the.
Lewis was a nigga who just had fun. He was just like, yeah, I'm just here to have fun. I don't give a fuck. She talk no jutsu, that nigga. So like, no, I think she can work with crazy.
Yeah, from what I hear about her, she might be able to pull out. If anybody got a shot, it's her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she took Naruto's power and leveled that shit up, bro. She was in the gym.
Aang, I know he's not an anime, but he was on the post.
Yeah, no,
that nigga gonna go crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You think so?
He'll break Aang. Aang too.
He's definitely not kill. I don't think he's getting him to kill anybody. But yeah, I can see maybe mentally breaking that motherfucker. But I don't think he'll ever convince that nigga to kill anybody. That was my
Aang would body Joker if Joker took away Katara. Like 100%, I feel.
No, I doubt it.
Because niggas did that to him in his face, and the worst Aang did was point his stick at them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, remember, wait,
what do you mean? Go ahead.
Remember when that nigga, they was trying to get Aang to go into Avatar state, and the nigga was like, bro, if you don't go into Avatar state, he literally snatched that bitch under the ground, and he threw a temper tantrum. Joker gonna do a lot worse than put her underground. Like,
but I mean, F around though, like before he could finish, didn't like Katara pop back up though? Is what I'm trying to say. Like he was about to do it, I thought. And then Katara popped back up, and
he would have stopped. He would have stopped before, just like with the Fire Lord. He would like right before he killed him, be like, "Oh, what am I doing?"
Yeah, I'm gonna repeat it again, like I said in the comment. If it wasn't for Nickelodeon, what we would see the Fire Lord actually did to like the verse, the universe, or the world, or whatever, was way more disgusting. Like, if you think about how genocides actually happen, the things those people do, the things that Aang should have seen because he walked through those towns, he still was like, I could save this nigga. Like, right? I'm like, bro, niggas were murdered, probably raped, burned, killed. Like, he saw the worst. If it wasn't for Nickelodeon, like Nickelodeon, cuted that shit up. But if it was like, oh, we're making this is how it really goes type situation, that was the Holocaust. Then this nigga watched it and was like, he's good.
If you think about the Fire Lord's battle plan, sweeping fire to burn the whole Earth Kingdom to the ground. Like, bro, that's fucking psychotic. Nigga, like, no nigga in the history of war considered that as a plan. And this nigga was like, all right, fam, burn the shit to the ground. Like, that's genocide. You don't even want the shit they got. You just want them to stop the killing. And Aang was like, I can't kill this guy. Like,
bro, you would think that killing your entire nation would be enough to kill this nigga. I know it wasn't him exactly, but like killing the Fire Lord, I think that's worth it. Like,
now Aang did kill some people. When that nigga killed the moon and then that ocean spirit took over him, all them niggas dead. Because last I checked, if you get knocked off your boat in the middle of the Arctic, nigga, you're not making it home. Like,
that's fair.
And he cut that boat in half, so them niggas for real dead. Like,
nah, they was waterbenders, boy. They got out of the jam. What are you talking about? Waterbenders, they good.
it is what it is, but ain't gonna be. He going crazy. He can't handle that.
Deku, what we think about Deku?
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He's going crazy.
That nigga cried too much. He gonna.
Matter of fact, what about Bakugo? Like, let's put that out there.
Killing this nigga? Bakugo killing him.
What? That's not even a question.
I can
The
see
nigga has the nigga's name. He has murder in his name.
He's slapping the shit out that nigga with a bottle.
Bakugo
it's
like,
already a
yeah,
miracle.
what,
He's still a
nigga?
hero. Right. Like it's
like,
just
I
a
don't like-
miracle he's a hero right now, to be real. I
Yeah.
mean, he should be a villain for all
He gonna look at that nigga like, I don't like your face.
Tanjiro?
Oh yeah, no, big facts. Joker got him. Like going crazy / he bodying Joker.
Who's that?
Tanjiro from Demon
Tanjiro
Slayer.
Tanjiro not going crazy.
I was like,
Wait, he's not going crazy?
He not gonna go crazy. He'll kill that nigga. He not going crazy. Cause low key Tanjiro kind of saw some fucked up shit. I think that nigga already like ain't too much more you can do to that nigga except take Nezuko. And like worst case, he gonna flip out for a while, be salty, but he'll keep pushing. I think he
So
keep
you
pushing.
telling me if that
No,
nigga,
I think
if that
Nezuko's the
nigga
last
tortured and
struggle.
killed Nezuko, he wouldn't go crazy.
He'll go crazy in the sense of like this nigga about to die, but like go
That's
crazy.
what
I'm talking about like I'm in the loony bin now. Like I think he tougher than that. He already saw his whole family get ripped
Well,
to
I mean,
shit.
maybe like that, but he would still. I feel like he would still become like psychotic in a way, as far as like how his life would, happen after that. I mean, like he wouldn't be right anymore.
You think he
know
would
what
stop being a good guy after that? I don't think so.
He said, what?
I mean, like pretty much as you said, he's already saw some effed up ish, right? And to me, Nezuko is like the last, what do you want to call it? The last lifeline he has to that semblance of normalcy, of sanity, of chill. You take away that foundation, he's got nothing else to really hang on to, where he's gonna go. I mean, like what I'm calling crazy would be like he just becomes like nothing. He would just become like endlessly depressed in a way, in the sense that he just doesn't do anything anymore, or he just has a completely new perspective where it's just like nothing matters and he just does some effed up ish.
So
No, you know what I think? I think the Joker would turn himself into a demon, and he would turn Tanjiro into a demon. He gonna trick him somehow and get that nigga changed into a demon, and really have that nigga go crazy.
Oh, actually, yeah, I can see that.
what do y'all think about Aaron? I think that nigga Aaron gonna
I
lose
think
it,
Aaron
boy.
might. Oh no, I think Aaron might flip the Joker low key. The way that nigga did this little transition, bro.
you talking about Aaron from Attack on Titan?
Yeah,
He not going crazy. Are you? What?
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's going crazy. I'm saying he might flip the Joker. I think he might convince that nigga to go to
I'm
this
there with
side.
you, bro.
What the y'all reading the manga?
I feel
Y'all thinking this shit.
I feel you, nigga. Let's blow these bitches up together.
Are you caught up in the manga?
Hell
Grant?
no, I stopped
I'm
that.
Oh,
I'm
that's why you think that my nigga Aaron gonna be like my nigga Joker. What
Right.
bro?
Let's go. Let's
Say,
go.
why you want to kill these niggas too?
Yeah, he low-key already on his side.
Okay, but if we take season 1 Aaron, if he gets that nigga at season 1 Aaron, he breaking that nigga noodle. It's over.
Oh,
with.
yeah.
No, I don't think so either.
Oh yeah, Aaron's busting his head on the wall. The way that nigga was just getting angry for nothing. Yeah, Joker's breaking him.
Oh,
Season
you're saying Aaron's gonna kill Joker?
No, season 1 Aaron, right? Like so before all this life change, but just that angry, I turn to a Titan and make stupid decisions, Aaron versus Joker. I personally think he's driving that nigga into madness.
Mm-hmm.
That Joker's driving him into madness.
Well, I think after dealing with
he'll
Joker,
turn him
Aaron will
into
stay
Aaron
a Titan.
now.
You said what?
Actually,
I think he would turn Aaron into Aaron now. Like that Attack on Titan world, that's a different type world, bro. Like they've been through hella shit. Not many other series in general go through some shit like that. I don't think Joker can do much, for real.
Ooh,
Actually,
I gotta
that's
go
fair.
in. I gotta go in. Fucking Emma from Promised Neverland.
I already said.
Oh, you missed that.
I missed it. Shit.
I said she's turning Joker good. She gonna talk no juice to that nigga.
Facts.
He not breaking.
This is one I wanted to bring up. motherfuckers online, they was tripping. All Might. I was like, look, bro, Joker not breaking All Might. All Might will kill this nigga. I'm like, All Might not Superman. He not Batman. He ain't got this no kill. That every punch he threw at that nigga all for one, he was trying to kill that nigga. He will fucking kill Joker.
Bro.
I can see it.
I can definitely see that. Let me think.
With that.
Yusuke already halfway depraved,
Oh,
so I don't really know what's happening with that nigga. Like, I think
It
it's
wouldn't be any
fine.
worse. It would just be hands. Like,
Yeah, I think he'll just kill him. To be honest, dude, like this nigga's annoying. Spirit gun, bah!
You know what's crazy? He would break Gon, but Gon would also beat the shit out that nigga.
Facts.
But the thing is, I feel like he would break Gon because don't you know when Gon was beating Pito and she out there like hurting, like Joker would be laughing the entire time, and I think that'll fuck Gon head up. Like imagine that all where you hear like that, you know, he just beating the shit out of Pito, you just hear that nigga laughing in between. Like I think that'll fuck Gon head up. And he'd go crazy.
I think he would stay in that form and just go around fucking everything up in that case.
Mm-hmm.
Because what Pito did, I feel like that's very small compared to some shit that the Joker would do.
Exactly. That's true.
He would have that nigga's whole world fucked up, not just this one guy that he's close to.
No,
And
but he
that's why I
meant
think-
2 episodes before. Nigga, no.
Joker do some shit like wear a skin mask of Killua and be like, "Hey, Gon!" Like,
I can't even
out of him and laugh the whole time.
Yeah, I want to toss this out there because I actually am struggling with finding out how do we think isekai main characters will fare against them? Because technically they're just normal people that got put into a magical world in most cases. Do you think a Kirito, even Goblin Slayer? I don't think you can break Goblin Slayer. I think
you can't break that nigga.
That nigga already
he's just going to kill you.
He will fucking fold Shield Hero. Now for me, it's over with.
Oh,
that nigga going off the deep end, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you think he's breaking them mentally?
Now for me,
he was already that close.
You're right.
Oh, whoop. Looks like P5 got froze.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a clean little picture of him though.
This close.
Yo, we can make a meme out of that shit.
Get it while you can.
You on frozen now. What was you saying? You said now for me was what?
Now for me was just like real close to breaking. That nigga was just, his world was fucked up and niggas wasn't doing shit but treating him like a black man for real, if we being honest. Yeah. So, you know, like he kind of soft. You know what I'm saying? Joker or fold that nigga, he'd go crazy.
Yeah. Any other closing ones before we move on to the next? All right.
Let's talk about Goku.
Oh no, I don't think we did. Yeah. What are the thoughts on Goku? I feel like he's killing them.
Kill him.
Yeah.
Goku will kill him. And my thing is like, so what could you do to Goku to make him go crazy?
Yeah,
hurting his friends is instant. Like, you go from I'm saving you to killing you. Every nigga that Goku done killed hurt his friends. What? Frieza or Demon King Piccolo killed Krillin, killed that nigga. Frieza killed Krillin again, killed that nigga. Like, bro, like if you hurt Goku friends, Jiren was about to whoop that nigga. He shot a blast at his friends, clapped that nigga instantly directly after. Like, moral of the story is Joker too stupid to not go after this nigga friends, and he gonna go after that nigga friends, and Goku gonna be like, all that smiling shit over with, nigga. I'm putting this fist through your heart. You dead now. I'll wish you back, and maybe we can be cool afterwards, nigga, but you tripping.
Right. Don't try that again.
I'll never forgive you, Joker. Head ass. Like, that's the shit he'll be on.
All right. Any last ones on that? If not, in the effort of time, I will only do one of these Facebook ones. So let's do the if you could choose any 2 anime characters to be your parents, who would they be?
I gotta jump in first. I'm gonna just go ahead and say this because I know niggas gonna hate. My dad is gonna be Jing Freaks. My mom is gonna be Mara Leona Vermillion. And motherfuckers, I'm like, look, bro, One, I already know how to deal with a daddy who ain't there, so I'm prepared. And he gonna come, and instead of just giving me height, this nigga gonna give me real power, nigga. Like,
I got one comment to that.
and then Mara Leona shit, that speak for itself, bro. I'm gonna be so fucking strong, bro.
Yeah.
I don't need parents, nigga. Like, I'm good.
No, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Ging ain't leaving if Mara Leona your mama, bro. It's not happening. What? Where's he going? Where's he? I wish he would try to disappear on you. It's not happening. She'd be like, what?
But that's why my mom will leave me too. Because it's like, yo, Jean left, and then Mara Leona was like, nigga, you're not playing me like that. So now she trying to find that nigga. Now I'm trying to find both they ass. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna come through that bitch strong as fuck, nigga. Rock, paper, fire, nigga. Bow, like crazy. I'll go through the roof. They're my parents, nigga. Give me the power.
You don't need an ounce of compassion or love.
Not that compassion.
I'll put mine out there. I don't know who my mom's gonna be yet, but I will say, as far as showing main characters, I think I can tolerate his parents. It's got to be Ichigo. Like, he's just chill. So first of all, I would inherit goatness in terms of powers, but like dad wise, like he ain't tripping at all. Like this nigga is cool as fuck to be around. And then he'll give you advice every now and then, but he's definitely not the type of person that's gonna be trying to have me on late night training sessions or nothing. He'd be like, look, bro, if you want to go fight demons, go ahead and do that. If you want to just live a regular life, go ahead and do that. Like, that's about it. So for him, I'll go with that. Mom wise, it's gonna be tough. Oh, I don't know why Sakura came to my mind. I don't think
what? Really?
I don't think it was.
I mean, as a mom, she's an okay mom, right? I mean, technically.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I think I actually picked Tamari though. If I'm thinking about Naruto universe, I don't know if she's really my real pick, but for the effort of time, I'll just say Tamari. Personally, she just chill. Like, she just also the same type of person. Like, I can throw her hands if I need to, but at the same time, I'm not out here really trying to be active if I don't have to.
I gotta say this. The only issue I have with your Ichigo pick is like Ichigo and his dad, they the same type of nigga. And I feel like I don't want to have to find out after I've been in my adventure, like, what, dad? You were Ichigo? Like, imagine finding out your dad was a whole Ichigo. Like, yeah, nigga, I used to be around here saving the world, all that. Like, nigga, you ain't tell me? Like, you baking cookies while I'm fighting, and you know I'm fighting because you Ichigo. You just,
that's true.
Like, bro, I feel like it.
You like, shit, you ain't asked me, so I ain't tell you I was the GOAT, nigga. Like, I'll be hot.
Oh, fuck. If I feel like I'd F with Jiraiya and Bulma. Yep, Jiraiya and Bulma. Bulma for the cash monies. Plus, she's a decent mom. If you F around and check it out. And then 2, Jiraiya, you still got ninjutsu, still got chakra, and then you got wisdom also. So yeah, those
your house will be funny as hell, bro.
That's true too. Let's go be a laugh riot like every single day because they're gonna be antics between them. So
you know they're gonna end up divorcing quick as hell because that nigga Jiraiya gonna cheat on her quick as hell.
But he a player and Bulma. I mean, like, I'm not trying to be.
I think Jiraiya will be loyal.
I think Bulma
will be loyal.
Okay for that, like in a way.
I believe so. Like, I know Jiraiya loyal because literally he fell in love with Tsunade and was like, bro, I'll never marry another bitch. Like, that nigga loyal. Nah, if he married her, that's it. He ain't cheating. He'll probably feel on a little bitch. You feel me?
That ain't shit, though.
Squeeze.
Hell no. That nigga cheating first day. Y'all niggas sure.
Depending on what you qualify as cheating, you feel me?
All right. We're gonna leave it at that. So I gotta have some type of strats in my genes, so I'm gonna go with the nigga Shino. And for the strength, I'm gonna go with the Armstrong system, so I can be able to throw hands with niggas if I have to.
Okay,
you talking about household don't make no sense. I'm like, Shino, how you bag her, bro? Like, she fucking you, nigga? Like,
but isn't that typical Shino behavior though? He just does things that you don't expect. So, like, become a teacher. So,
all that goatness, and this what you gonna do, bro?
Yeah, it definitely would have.
I gotta ask you for the straps though. Like, why'd you go Shino and not like Shikamaru or even his dad? Like, well, why not the Naruto?
Because I feel like I'd rather also be able to control bugs while having the strats. I
Yeah,
don't fuck with controlling niggas by their shadows. I would rather have the ability to control a bunch of bugs and do some crazy shit.
really? Okay.
I mean, that's gonna be an interesting like whatever coming of age ceremony for you, because them niggas gonna poke some holes in your body and be like, hey bro, you gonna feel some things crawling in you for like a week. And then that feeling kind of just becomes normal and they start talking to you when you sleep.
Oh, you know how odd it's gonna be? Like he flex and sparkle and twinkle, but then like a roach crawl across the street. I'd be like, whoa, nigga.
All right, dude, she last.
Ooh, man, it's tough. I want someone who got like time powers. Who got time powers? Where they control time.
Dio, boy. Dio Brando.
Or Josuke.
Dio would kill his kids, I feel like.
No, his kid's alive. His kid's alive.
Giorno.
His kid's alive?
Yeah, Giorno. That's
okay,
man.
Ooh, all right. I'm gonna go with Dio.
And you would have Josuke blood.
That's true.
So you a main character, no matter what.
Exactly.
You are
my bloodline gonna last for a long time, nigga. Shit, I'm gonna go with Dio and who's a strong and Erza from fucking Fairy Tail.
What an interesting combo that is. Oh. Well, at least you'll be part dragon too at the same time. So
facts.
That's just that.
Oh, I forgot about that whole bullshit at the end.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah, see, I'm like, bro, I just can't trust no nigga with Dio in his blood. Like, I'm like, y'all know this nigga about to stab us.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
He was Gucci with it.
All right, on to the manga highlights because I'm anticipating it might be a meaty one. So first we'll put some respect on. I just got some shit I want to put some respect on this month. Kuroko no Basket dropped on Netflix. I just went back just to watch Almine body some niggas. It was amazing still in 2021 watching that. So good job to the animators for helping that quality last. Boruto, I've heard some. I put it on here, but I don't really know what respect I want to give it. I read the last 2 chapters, which they said was like a great turning point. I wasn't anticipating it, so I'm actually putting some disrespect on Boruto because niggas lied to me. Y'all maybe 2 more chapters of that stuff, and I wasn't impressed. One Piece chapter 1000, we already did in the beginning, but additional respect to Oda for getting that done. For those people who liked Assassination Classroom, there is a new manga out called The Elusive Samurai. I must say that I'm still holding my decision on whether that's good or not. But if you're interested, it's there for you to read. Mash Magic and Muscles has been finding a plot, bro. Like, they have really been transforming some shit in there, bro. So if this catches an anime, I highly recommend niggas who aren't reading it to hop on that, because at least from the art standpoint, it's going to be beautiful, I think. And then also, this is not anime related, but also anime related. Lupin on Netflix. I thought that show was really good. And it made me actually want to jump into like Lupin the anime and stuff, because I'm assuming it's based off the same kind of concepts. But I really enjoyed that show, Lupin. So that is it for me for putting some respect on. Anybody got some shit they want to add?
Yeah, I gotta add double respect on Kuroko no Basket. It's dubbed on Netflix. Been watching it as like a little background shits, and yeah, it's fucking funny. Like I like that show. It's really good. I put more respect on Kuroko than I used to as a kid. You know a little more about basketball. That nigga decent. But yeah, Almine, filthy, bro. I'll be like, bro, get off the court when that nigga on there, bro. Let that nigga score and leave. Like, crazy. I gotta put some respect on Knock. That boy cold. I wish that nigga was a captain of Black Bulls. And I just gotta put some disrespect on that nigga Jack. Fuck that nigga, bro.
Don't worry, we get into it. We got a topic for Jack. Anybody else got respect they want to add?
Oh, I want to put some respect on what's the little bitch? The bitch that like Yami, Rose Petal.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Damn,
Charlotte.
my MVP. F yeah, bro.
Oh,
I'm gonna put some respect on Charlotte because I thought she was getting the Sakura treatment or the '90s anime treatment where a girl has no purpose but to like the big swole nigga. And she surprised me. She was like, "No, I got character development." I'm like, "Oh, okay. You still ain't shit, but like, okay."
Well, excuse me, Nazel. But to add on to that though, I forgot to put this in here, but it is in my MVP. Mary Leona, bro. Just come on. This chapter, come on, bro. Stop. Taking out a D? All right.
And it was easy for her. Like that's just it.
She wasn't even sweating, bro.
She ready to run and help niggas out, bro. Look, the funniest part is going to be because you know how these shonen arcs go, right? You know, first set of niggas go in, they gonna get dropped to make way for the second set of powerful niggas. If Mary Leona is that second set of powerful niggas, she deserves to be in Julius's spot. She basically just said, I can be in the first wave and still have enough energy to help the second wave of niggas. Like, be a turning point in that stage. It is
Mary Leona duty to the country to have babies. Like, she can't be on some, nah, I don't want to. Bitch, you too strong for that. Like, she crazy.
You can't even force her because she's too strong. Shit.
Julius, bro. Hey, her and Julius need to get it cracking. They make something happen.
That kid is gonna be a monster from day one. That's what's that kid from Fantastic Four? Reed Richards had the son with Susan Storm. They had to put that in a pocket dimension. That's that kid. You need to put that nigga away somewhere. He too broken. But yeah, anything else? Put some respect on this month. If not, let's go ahead and jump to Jack, bro. So it's 3v1 right here, dudes.
So ain't nobody on my side.
That nigga ass.
I'm sorry. After the last chapter too, I mean, like it's just more emphasis that Jack is just gonna end up getting dropped too. So
again, don't get me wrong. Yes, he's gonna get dropped probably. Like what I'm saying though is that majority of the captains are garbage, right? Like there's how many captains are there? 10?
What do you mean majority? I think top half.
Yeah, I'm about to say the top half is actually decent.
Yeah,
Jack is better than Jack is better than Jack is definitely. I can make the argument he's top 3.
Oh,
because there are two people. No, there are two people like you know touching for sure. Frigolion and Yami. Those are the pinnacle. They're not getting touched. But Vengeance. Listen. Vengeance has done nothing. Like. In terms of the story, Vengeance has done nothing. Literally, he's done nothing. All the shit that he's done has been filler. In the actual series, there's no canon of him fighting anybody or even beating anybody. 0. What has he done? Hey, you know what's funny? Some people have him as like 8th strongest captain. I was looking up lists. Some niggas got him as 8th. I'm not gonna go that far, but I can make the argument of Jack beating him.
Hear me out. Wow. So William has definitely bodied weak niggas, and he's shown his power in the beginning of the series. There was 2 different episodes where everybody was struggling. Oh my God, what's happening? William came late. World Tree Magic cleaned the whole shit up. When them zombies was attacking, came through. World Tree Magic cleaned that whole shit up. Obviously, he was a bad guy, but whatever. When all them diamond mages was attacking that random village, niggas getting clapped, William come through. World Tree Magic clear out a whole platoon solo dolo. So he definitely can foderize niggas. That's 1. 2, they already put clout on him. He got clout from the story. That nigga Jack got 0 clout. 3, the filler is certified canon by the creator of the manga. So that nigga clapped that nigga in canon. He clapped Jack in canon. So that's it.
I mean, like he actually did. Like if Jack went up against him, Vonda said, feast on this wood penis. And
here's what I'll say. I'm not impressed.
No, what are you talking about? Look, he got up right after and slashed that nigga shit in half. What the fuck is he talking about? He slashed Fuegolion shit in half.
No,
and Fuegolion is definitely stronger than Vengeance. I don't care what anybody says.
I agree.
I'm not impressed on Jack. I'm gonna just say that right now. What I will say is that I do believe that Jack has the potential to be top tier, but the way they sold the story in that last chapter was more like he's a Asta or a
He Magna. He the Magna.
Yeah, like a Magna. Yeah, in terms of the captains, where like he's definitely has the potential to come up, but his history is nothing impressive. So that means basically just the fact that he's able to be where he's at is legendary, and then he might pull out more legendary shit. But like I said, it might even come out through Magna before it comes out through him. We may see Magna come up, and then that hope gets added to Jack.
I'd say that for all the captains besides the top 3. Like I don't. That's why I'm saying like, what are y'all seeing in other captains?
Come on, man. We gotta put respect on.
Bro, there's literally nothing. I think the fact of Jack cutting gravity proves that he would easily cut through her shit, bro. That is not a question at all. That is no question.
I wouldn't say
he gonna do it,
but yes, he would find a way to cut through her stuff. I don't disagree with that.
So what was like? What's the
this is what I'm saying.
I mean, look at what Yami had to do to cut through her stuff. If that, because you said the anime's canon, so Yami had to pull out one of his strongest moves to cut through that shit. So it's not like it's something that's gonna take a little bit of time for this nigga to just do. He's not gonna just
Yami never cut through gravity.
What do you mean?
Let's pause. I mean, that slash that Yami did, you could arguably say that he can technically cut through anything. Consider he can cut through dimensions.
No, listen to what I'm saying.
Right?
So I am saying that if they're fighting, if Jack and this what's her name?
Dorothy.
Yeah.
Come on, don't disrespect her like that. Come on.
Bro, y'all putting too much hype on her name, bro. Like literally, y'all putting too much hype on her name.
Okay. She was top 4 before this Jack thing that you're saying now makes it the debate.
No, I was the nigga arguing for Jack, bro.
This is what I gotta say, bro. I gotta like the fight with Jack and Dante showed me everything I need to see out this nigga. So Jack and Dorothy suffer from the same thing. They got really dope magic, but we don't see them put it to work. That's why they get rated as trash. Jack has the poor man's anti-magic, and we see how Asta putting that shit into work. But he don't do the same. In order to be dope with Jack magic, you gotta be physically fast, which he's not. You got to be able to like use your shit in creative ways, which we not. His creative way was like, I'm going to make a bunch of spikes and I'm going to just start slashing this nigga. But Dante regenerate that shit quicker than he can hurt him. So it's really a waste of time. It's like, you got no creativity. Speed-wise, he saw that tag like, oh shit, there go them demons. Everybody felt that shit. There go them demons. I see them niggas. I got attacked. Bam! Smacked into a wall. Like, it's shown time and time again. If you're going to be a blade, if you're going to be a up-close nigga, you got to have speed. And we saw his dodgeable because that nigga Noct did it, and Noct arguably is not a up-close fighter. So it's like, bro, all the things he need to be good, because he basically a poor man's Asta. We know what he needs to be good. He got to be Asta. He need ki, he needs speed. That nigga got clap. He garbo.
Like I said, yeah, I think he's on a Magna journey, bro. Like I said, I think you might be paying into his potential, which I agree with. His potential will definitely put him in the top 4, maybe 3 if they knock Vengeance out the list.
What I'm saying, I think y'all doing that for everyone else. Like Dorothy, sure, she probably got hella potential, but she is trash.
I don't
like literally. Like who is she for, bro? She ain't fight nobody. How can you even put her up there?
Her magic is cool.
That? But if he can beat it, what does that mean?
But I mean, technically, I still technically don't think Jack would beat Dorothy right now.
How can you say that though? If Dorothy
can throw in her dimension, she can throw literal waves of huge, almost I'm not gonna say planet size, but like building size objects. Even if he can cut it, you could still argue Dorothy can continuously throw waves on him as Jack gets sleepier, and as soon as he falls asleep, it's a wrap.
I forgot about that part of her power.
He gonna cut through the dimension, bro. What do you mean?
No, bro, it's a time thing. So my thing is like the gravity thing literally was a power-up that came up in that moment. That's the sad part. It's like my thing is like this nigga never cut gravity before. Like this was a new power he developed.
Bro, that is his power. His power is cutting things that cannot be cut.
What I'm saying is literally his ability, the speed in which it takes him to do that specific thing, learn to cut something new, is where Dorothy can get him. Right now, it's not an instantaneous thing where he's just like, oh, now I know how to cut that magic. It took him a fucking while before he was like, oh, now I know how to cut gravity. And even then, it's still like...
For Yami, it wasn't instantaneous either. Like, what are you saying?
But Yami dodges. That nigga Jack got hit by gravity. He got hit by that devil blast. He got hit by William shit. He get hit by shit. Then he go, oh wait, let me use my OP cutting magic. He a fucking idiot, bro. Like he gonna get folded because he gonna get hit by everything. Then be like, oh, I can cut through this dimension. Oh, I'm asleep.
No,
because that's some poor nigga shit to do.
I'm telling you,
need to pay.
But he gonna cut once he cuts through the dimension. It's gonna be a wrap, bro. That's all I'm saying. Dorothy could be 5 or whatever. On her potential, sure is good and all that, but she can't do shit against Dante.
I don't think it's potential because I think everything we know about Dorothy is what we saw her being able to do. That's it.
Which is what?
Her magic is a world a domain that she controls. She can do whatever the fuck she wants into that domain. She can instantaneously put you in that domain, more or less, because she just dropped Yami in there in that episode. And then that domain eventually puts you to sleep. So even if you find a way to cut through the domain or you can like survive in that area, you're on a time limit. So the question is, can you survive the time limit? And I think what the three of us are saying is that right now, Jack has not shown us he can survive that time limit. He shows us that eventually he can, but right now it's taking him way too long to cut anything.
And bro, how did the gravity shit take long? How did that take long, bro? That was like in one chapter. What are you talking about?
Well, you know his skills, bro. That's like if I tell you, hey, bro, you're about to get into a fight with Gramps. He's about to open up with a right hook. And then you walk up and then you get hit with a right hook and you like, oh, let me start dodging these hoes. Like, nigga, they had time. What? They came with all the info.
Yeah, they knew his magic was gravity. He knew that.
Like, nothing was a surprise.
What are you saying? That doesn't go into account of him. He can't practice cutting gravity.
He couldn't cut it. He had to experience it first, and then from there he was able to develop a counter strategy, which still was like not something that was normal for him. It's not like he was like, oh, now I learned how to cut it.
Let's look at it like this.
Flash that power up.
Hold on. Go ahead. Kyojo say is stronger than Dorothy, right? Right? I think we can all agree. Dante is stronger than Dorothy, correct?
I don't necessarily agree. I think that.
I'm not talking about powers. Dante's magic is stronger than Dorothy, right? If he can cut through Dante's magic, I don't see any reason whatsoever why he can't do the same for Dorothy's magic.
But nobody's arguing that. I don't think anybody's arguing that.
He did. He cut Dante's magic in less time than it would take. In less time than Dorothy's magic takes to put you to sleep.
But it was a concept thing, right? Like he knew Dante had gravity magic. He had to experience the concept of being under gravity magic, then cut it. Like being in the alternate dimension does not guarantee that this dumb nigga instantly like, let me cut out of this dimension. He might think of 100 different dumbass things before he even get there and might be asleep. Reason being is because niggas came to him and said, bro, you're about to fight the strongest nigga you've ever seen. This nigga stronger than the Wizard King. He got gravity magic. They got full dossiers on what this nigga could do. Walked up, still got folded. Like that don't make sense. It don't make sense unless
my other thing to that is like he gonna
experience the spatial magic and then cut it again. Look, like, what are you saying? Him and Yami are rated the same level of intelligence.
Right. I don't get what y'all talking about. What I'm saying for you is that I can buy your assumption of the win if like her constructs or whatever. They somehow sell that is like him learning to cut that basically means he's cutting like the dream magic. If that's the case, then sure. But then it still sucks because it means that like as she's throwing random buildings or constructs at him, if he can't cut them with regular weapons, he has to cut them with dream magic, which is totally false because it's like didn't Yami cut buildings and shit that was thrown at him? So I don't think he needs. It's not necessarily made up of her magic. You get what I'm saying? Like, the whole thing is that Jack has to experience the concept, develop the strategy to cut it. How do you experience dream magic if it's just like a world that you're in? You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing at the dream magic that's actually attacking him. He's just in a space that he needs to figure out how to cut. And how is he going to figure out how to cut it?
I get it. I think you're grasping at straws to figure out a way to not make this make sense. Again, all it's very simple. Jack's magic is cut things that can't be cut. So I don't understand why, why. And I get it. If y'all think Jack's shitty and all that, I agree.
How will he cut the world? Cool. Where's the radius of the circle that he's gonna cut? How will he cut out of it? Tell me, because maybe I'm just thinking about it wrong. So how is he cutting out of it?
The same way Yami cut out of it.
Yami cut through dimensions to cut out of it.
So Jack can cut through dimensions too.
Yeah, but Jack has never cut through a dimension. Yami do that shit regularly. And what we saying is he a dumb hood nigga that will. It's like if I go to a hood nigga right now and ask that nigga to explain to me a dimension, they gonna be like, huh? Like I don't think he even understand. He gonna be like, damn, I'm somewhere else.
Right. He just
like why do you think he's dumb?
Force ass nigga.
No, like, he's not, bro. He's not.
There's no strategy we've ever seen from Jack. He brute forces every single fight we've seen him in.
We ain't never seen him fight, bro. We
just saw him fight now, and we've seen him fight before, and all he did was brute force that shit.
He's been using the same strat every fight.
Yeah, bro. Look, I totally agree. Potential-wise, he will eventually get there. Right now, after this chapter, I have not seen anything that moved the needle that much from where we put him. We put him right behind Dorothy. If anything, he got closer, slightly better.
I always had him above Dorothy because I always thought he can cut her thing. I still don't understand. I always had him at 4 because, again, the rivalry with Yami. That's the same reason you put Vengeance up there. The rivalry with Yami is a thing for me. And then
he a Tito
the only reason.
Let me summarize it. So my question to you is, did this chapter or the last chapter move him to top 3 in your mind? He was already top 4 in your mind. Did he move any place in your mind after this chapter?
He solidified that Dorothy cannot beat him to me. Solidified 100%.
Okay. That's fine, but he didn't move any. So to me, I was arguing in your mind. He already.
No, that's why I said confirm. Yeah. Confirmed.
So you just got you got your feel of evidence. We never really thought that he could, and I don't think that this was any more evidence than that. We already knew he would eventually be able to cut the sleep magic. The question is how, when, and how fast.
I just don't see like if he can do that against Dante. I don't understand why you're saying he can't.
Does he even have a ranged? Does he have a ranged slice move? Have we seen him slice his anti-magic as like a wave?
I think so.
Or does he have
the very beginning? I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that was one of the first moves he did. But this is my whole thing. Like, it's like right now, if I ask you to grab space, you know that we exist in it. You know that you are in space. But if I ask you to grab space, not a single nigga here can do that, right? So like, and then take that to this nigga who is showing me that he is actually a little dumber than I thought he was. Like, I think if you put this nigga in a different dimension, he will know, damn, I'm in a dream dimension. I could cut my way out of this, but what do I cut? I guess I'm in this bitch until I figure it out. Right now? You said what?
Who's Dorothy going up against right now? Whose room did she run into?
I didn't see her fight yet.
I thought she ran into somebody.
You just said this, you cannot grab gravity either. Like that's why. That's why I think this is what solidified it for me, because gravity is not a tangible thing you can like physically cut. So up until this point, I think your points were very valid. Like we've never seen Jack cut shit. Like we've seen him cut hard shit or shit that's like hard to scratch, shit like that. We've never seen him cut intangible things you can't even see or feel with your own body. But the fact that he cut gravity, I don't give a fuck about the Dorothy little bitty spatial, multi-dimensional, whatever the fuck. Gravity itself, Dante's gravity, in fact, I'm 100% is more of an accomplishment of cutting Dorothy's.
Like I don't think so. I
feel like it's the reverse.
Yeah, I think it's more complex to cut something like Dorothy's magic than gravity, which he's been experiencing his whole entire life, technically.
Because if you accelerate in a car, you can feel that press against you, right? So, like, he knew this nigga had gravity magic, but then once he felt it press against him, he like, oh, that feeling, I can cut that feeling. I don't think it's going to be the same. Look, we probably not going to know, but guess what? Dorothy ain't fought yet. When she get her turn-up moment that all these captains getting, hey, just be ready, bro, because I'm coming. Be ready. On your head when she power.
Go ahead. Like, so when they was talking about fighting the demons, who they said is gonna have to rely on? Who they said is gonna have to rely on? Jack, nigga. They said you gonna have to rely on your magic. That's what the vice captain said, bro. I'm
what
sorry.
Does that mean, though?
It's the poor man.
Because like they can't even like she can't even fight a demon. Dante would drop her in like 2 seconds, bro.
I don't think so, but okay.
Oh, I understand now. Then y'all just think Dorothy is stronger than I think she. That's all it is. Then.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
That's what
when she get her moment, we'll see. If she don't,
like,
I promise
the way
you
y'all How can Vengeance beat Dorothy if what y'all saying is so concrete? Like if her thing is that OP, how would Fuyoleon beat her? How would Yuno beat her?
Who fucking knows shit?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all figure it out, bro.
I think she got a really hard to counter magic. That's why I think Dorothy is honestly a lot stronger than you give her. Is like if you don't have some dimensionally cutting magic or you're not super shifty, like you about to get bodied by her, bro.
Bro,
like,
I agree. It just so happened that Jack has a magic that can cut anything that can't be cut.
And he also just so happens he just dumb enough to not.
He's not, bro. He's the same intelligence as Yami. Literally the same intelligence as Yami.
Smart.
So I think what you're saying,
smart enough to cut his shit.
No, but I think what you're saying about Jack is 50% true, right? He has the ability to cut anything, any magic or whatever, things that are uncuttable. My problem is he has to develop the tool. Like that's it. He doesn't. It's not just like an automatic thing where he's just like, oh, here's that magic, here's that blade that cuts this. He basically has to do it once, and then he has that tool in his tool belt. And maybe he's fought Dorothy before and has already developed that tool. I don't fucking know. But it didn't seem like it because Yami's first experience with Dorothy's power was that episode, it seemed like, the way they were trying to sell it. And he developed an ability. So that means that Jack has to develop it. After he develops it, that's probably going to change the game drastically. At that point, it depends on what Dorothy can do outside of the dream world, which isn't much. My thing is that very first fight, though, I'm not seeing a dub from Jack. That's just it. After that fight, he's going to have to develop the blade. He's probably going to develop the blade during the fight. The problem is, like we said earlier, he's Magna. He's still developing. I was actually, what that chapter did for me was show me that, damn, Jack has a lot of fucking growing to do. I would have expected him to have had blades to handle some shit like this already.
How would he have blades to handle gravity?
Like, you think as a captain,
it every fucking day.
If you know that you can cut through anything, like it's like, hey, bro, I can cut through anything. You would expect the one thing you would prepare for is like, what happens when somebody hit me with some intangible shit? Like, but the fact that he developed this shit today is like, what the fuck was you doing with the rest of your life, nigga?
How many badges did you know how to
just
cut?
Cutting regular shit?
Bro, if he never fought a nigga with gravity, how are you gonna cut gravity? What are you talking about, yo? Like,
that shit exists right here. Cut that shit. Increase your speed.
Why he gotta? What is he gonna cut gravity? What are you gonna do? He's walking around just fine.
To fly. Like, oh, bro, now fly now. I cut gravity.
I mean, okay, wait.
Think about the ways you can use that power that
if you really think about it, right? I mean, it's
magic.
more like. I mean, like all that's technically happened with the gravity magic is that gravity increased where he was. But you could argue that if he's just if he was just naturally born on a different planet with a higher gravity level. So it's like under those natural circumstances, why couldn't he cut that gravity? What we're saying is that simple fact with the gravity just lowered based on like Earth or whatever planet they're on.
Okay, so look. Can I just read this?
He's cutting.
Can I just read this? So the wiki describes his power as Jack uses this magic attribute to generate blades of mana. As he fights, the blades adapt to his opponent's magic, improving his cutting ability, even to the point of slicing through offensive space of magic. So all we're arguing is that the blades adapt to his opponent's magic as he fights. The blades adapt to his opponent's magic, improving his cutting ability. He has to fight someone that uses that shit.
That's what you're saying is not, but gravity made no sense. He's not gonna cut gravity. That's not magic. He's not gonna just cut
okay. You want
gravity.
I can take
that's
that.
fair,
that's fine.
Actually.
I totally agree. That's fine. It's not fair that way. But all I'm saying is, in general, versus Dorothy, he's gonna have to learn how to cut that magic. The question is,
actually, based on that fact, I would actually argue more so for Dorothy, simply because she can generate qualities of different kinds of magic, and it actually holds those qualities based on when they were explaining it in that OG episode. So Homegirl can hit you with an effing hydro pump and then a fire blast and then some vengeance earth magic. Like, she can technically hit you with different types of magic in her own space. So as long as she just continuously hits him with something different, she could just keep him busy until his clock finally runs out. I would actually argue that for round.
I'm arguing that shit the same way Yami beat her would be the same way that Jack beat her. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Already got a dimension slashing sword or a spell.
Yo, I get
Right.
you saying that. I get y'all saying.
Okay.
I'm saying that he's going to adapt to her magic. Like,
He has to.
me again.
And we agree with that.
If I'm saying he's going to do it before the time limit. If he can do it to the demon, who's one of the strongest niggas in the series, I don't give a fuck about Dorothy. Yo, that's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying.
He did 200 strongest demons in the series and then got folded afterwards, bro. And he was about to continue to get folded if Knock wasn't there.
All he gotta do, he just gotta cut. He just gotta slash it one time again. Like that's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, like, look at the gap, bro.
I don't get me wrong. So
overall,
I think Dorothy may do better against everyone else than
wait a second. Let's even take Dorothy out of the situation. Let's just look at Yami versus Dante and Jack versus Dante. Like, that already shows that there's like a pretty decent gap. I would think if they were that close in the rivalry, it would be the same type of output that we saw with Yami. Yami handled himself pretty well. Basically beat that.
Hey, hold on. He was fighting with Asta, and Dante is stronger now, as they said. That's and true. Also, I think Yami's stronger than Jack. I'm okay with that. Well, what I'm saying. He did a better job against Dante than most of the other captains would have done. That's it. Simple. Okay. That's it.
I mean, that's fine.
I don't think anyone else would have scratched him.
I agree. He has the tools for that, though.
Yes, exactly.
Now, arguable. I think that every captain that we've seen in a fight so far would have done better against him, except the purple orca nigga and Real. But I don't know. Hey, I still got hope for them. Okay.
I can't even take y'all seriously.
That's just me being disrespectful to Jack. Them three niggas at the bottom. But everybody else, from what we've seen, they got the skills to fight that nigga Dante. I will just say this. I'll admit to you right now. Hey, if Dorothy don't come up over this arc, I'll just go ahead and be like, fuck it. That nigga Jack better. But I know it's coming.
We gonna see. Hey, and if it comes out, I'll give it to you too. I'm saying at this very moment, at this very chapter, we ain't seen it yet. So, from what I seen, Jack got it.
Another little predictor about Jack. I feel like Jack definitely needs his training montage. If that nigga Jack learns how to sense ki, he will be on another level. Without being able to sense ki, he lacking. I feel like any physical nigga need ki. If they don't, they really lacking.
I can feel you on that. Like I said, I think that nigga just has some growing to do. I do believe that Jack's potential will eventually put him in top 3, top 4 spot.
No,
right now
he's not growing no more. He's done. He's at his peak. He's not growing anymore.
His ability is literally the fact that he constantly has to grow. With every new magic he experiences, he develops a new way to cut it. That's his power.
If he get ki,
his power isn't changing. But the key thing is different. His power isn't changing. Again, like I'm saying, like you're pretty much saying he already know how to cut gravity. But he cannot cut something he's never fought before.
No, okay. I took back the gravity point. What I'm saying about Jack that I learned from this chapter, and this I'm not speaking for the group on this. I'm talking about for me in particular, is each of there were specific captains they show have some growing to do. To me, Briar Magic Chick had some growing to do for the fact that she pulled out a power like that. I was like, okay, you show me that you have the capacity to develop. The thing that's unique, the thing that I always say is unique about Black Clover is that for the first time ever, the strong niggas are not capped at being just the strong niggas. Usually the strong niggas are the level, and then everyone under them just passes them. The captains in Black Clover actually show growth. So when I saw Jack and what he did in the flashback, I go, oh, this nigga is going to do more in the future. What we've seen from him is not like how we see Kenpachi and Bleach, where this nigga was like, I already had the ability to wield 2 swords. I just never use it because niggas is too weak. Jack is the type of person who's going to develop that ability over time because of the way the story's written. That's all I'm saying. So I think on his potential, I expect that change to happen based off the way they wrote his character. What I'm saying is right now, he's actually just not there. I think he's about to grow. I think he's one of the characters we're going to see growth from. Like, he's not capped at where he's at. Look at what we've seen Yami do. Yami has developed like 2 or 3 moves since the starting of the series. Like, you almost never see that from a character in his position in a shonen anime. So I expect the same from somebody like Jack. So I am agreeing with you in the long term. I'm just saying right now, all that chapter did was show me that Jack will most definitely pass Dorothy, because it seems like his growth potential is higher than hers. for right now until I see her fight and see what they pull out of her. If they pull some shit that's like, oh, it looked like she got some back end growing to do too, then shit. There might be
okay, that's fine.
I'm waiting for my nigga from the Purple
Dorothy
Orchids to get his shot.
Pause.
That nigga is
he's not even here, bro. I don't even think they brought him along. They left him at the crib.
He actually protected
his shot. Let him grow, bro.
Hey, bro, yeah, you keep the town safe, bro. But I think Dorothy has more potential than Jack. So I think it's gonna be like the opposite.
I think Real needs to quit. He need to go home.
And he got potential too.
No, everyone he deserves the most potential simply because of his age. F around.
Oh, the young nigga, bro. He the Hitsugaya.
F around, yeah.
Yeah, Hitsugaya was trash too, though.
Oh, that's not fair.
Hitsugaya had no potential.
They both came out hard, but later on you found out they was actually trash.
But real is actually dumb though. Like if they because they rank like their cleverness and everything. Like he's like I think he's the dumbest of all the captains.
But anyway, so sorry, Gramps, we left you out of this long ass conversation. The next one is definitely for everybody. And then we'll wrap it up after this one. I won't talk about all the other stuff. But let's talk about the Prison Break and the updates in My Hero Academia. How's everyone feeling about that? You know, what's the vibes? Personally, I'm pretty not disappointed, just like I said on the live stream, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like I was surprised that the Prison Break happened this way, but then I just got thrown off even more by the fact that these niggas are able to just be in the hospital safe at the same time. So I guess it's gonna take a minute for the Prison Break actually affects where they're at. But I mean, I don't know where the author is trying to take this next. I just feel like it's really lopsided. I don't see where the hope is coming from in this scenario. The pro heroes are not going to change. So if the Prison Break happens, they're not doing anything different than they already did. So I'm confused. Also, they shouted out Lock Drop, so I have to just put some
on that. I thought that was crazy.
Lock Drop seemed like he was a valuable player in this whole situation.
I think Japanese people love him though. I think they love that nigga, yo.
No, I think they do too.
Like if they did a ranking, he might be top 10.
That's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
Like, that's so disrespectful.
Yeah, like I don't understand it. Man, but free the guys, bro. I didn't see my nigga Rapper free. You know what I'm saying? Free the real ones. They was freeing all the fake niggas. Free the guys, bro. Let Rapper go. Free Rapper little brother, you feel me? Free Overhaul, bro. Free all the guys. Leave Stain bum ass in there. I can't say it.
Stain the real one though. What you talking about?
A real bum ass one, nigga. Keep his ass in there.
No, but someone asked a good question on the live stream that I want to ask to the group about Stain. What do you think is really going to happen? Because now technically, before this chapter kind of
Stain is out.
No, but I'm like, if they free him, right? Technically, Stain's whole goal was like, I want real heroes to exist. So now it's a world where villains are at the top, technically, or at least that's where we're heading. So doesn't that mean that Stain would technically flip sides and be a hero now? Because now he's like, yeah, the world's where I want it. Now the real heroes can marinate. Or is he going to still maintain a villain, which kind of would contradict his whole nature?
I think he like, because we've acknowledged for a long time now that the kids are pretty much like better than the pro heroes anyway. I think he's gonna see these young generation of little niggas and be like, damn, these some real heroes. And he gonna flip sides and be on their side. He's not a real villain.
But he is weak, though, at the end of the day.
Who's weak?
Stain there is still weak at the end of the day compared to all these swole-ass niggas we about to be boxing with right now. So it's like, does it really matter?
But he got buggy clout, though. He got buggy clout. Don't sleep.
True.
He could definitely convert some niggas on some buggy shit. Like, hey,
he got a crew.
Remember, you believed in me. Come on. Come on to my side.
It's true. The nigga did start a whole cult unintentionally.
I could see Stain starting a league of anti-heroes. You know, like, oh, now we get a third faction so that all the weight not on the hero society. So, okay, some of it is on the anti-hero society. And that kind of leads into vigilantes. Well, not vigilantes, anti-heroes specifically. They would be vigilantes, yes, but like the vigilantes we currently have are like hero aligned. But like Stain is definitely taking bodies. Like you're not going to jail. You go into the afterlife. You feel me? So like
you go into the shadow
realm. So yeah, I could see that. That'd be a dope little twist.
All right. I mean, any theories or anticipations? Because we were selling your time skip theory on the live stream Player 5.
Oh wow!
That's
So
true.
when I do it, Goofy of the Year, but now y'all niggas can do it, huh?
Man,
Well,
my
right
guy,
now-
you were. Let's not forget, you were preaching that for months, bro.
He was preaching it every time we recorded.
This last chapter kind of threw it for me though, because I'm like, oh, so we're still trying to pretend like we can just end this arc and it's just gonna go back to learning at the school like normal. Like I felt like they were trying to make it seem like shit was okay, and I'm like, bro, these niggas broke out of prison, they about to run your fate. There's still chaos going on from the aftermath of this shit. Like, I don't know.
But that's the thing. Now that Shigaraki not in control, Shigaraki was really for the chaos. All for One is a mobster. Like he works best when the world is going.
Mhm.
So I don't think he is
up.
goofy as that nigga
I don't
Shigaraki.
think that's
But
the
he's
case.
the demon
It's not
lord
completely
now.
anymore, though, right? I mean, like from like the last couple chapters, it completely seemed like he's ready to make the big moves out in the open right now. Like, because I mean, in a sense, all of maybe not all of this, but at least the majority, all this was kind of his plan in the first place, right? Like in like the kind of grand master evil head villain, this all was in a sense a part of his plan. So I think we're kind of coming to the climax of him truly trying to get what he wants.
A plan though.
Huh?
I don't think Shigaraki had plans before that. I think what's the All for One or One for All?
All for
The
One.
main evil villain. He planned shit like you said, but Shigaraki just did shit for chaos purposes. Like so, we don't know. Like his whole thing is saying the body needs to rest and be perfected. We don't know how long it's going to take. So I think that's going to be how long it takes for things to get back to normal. If it takes like a week for his body to recover, then they all gonna die. But if it takes him months to rest or whatever, years, you never know. Then it might give them some time, I guess. But
So we think it's gonna go back to quiet for the time being.
well, not quiet because all these other villains are out. So I think it's gonna be like fucked up.
Oh, they
So
set
he
up
fucked them
pretty
on
much
his
like
own.
filler arcs in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it kind of sounds like.
They really did, because if you think about it, he let all them other niggas go for a distraction. He even said that. So
And
I agree
But I
with
mean,
that.
that's actually adding a lot to it because I was really having trouble figuring out where it's going next. But with that theory, to me, I'm forming the idea that basically the students can get trained through Endeavor, All Might's like previous villains, because now we have this prison break. So it's like, hey, let me train you on this nigga that I used to fight, right? Like this was the issue. These were his key skills, shit like that. Basically a training arc of beating their old repertoire to get them to hero status. So it's like, yo, if you can beat motherfucking knives with the mouth or whatever, yeah, I'll go ahead and give you your hero license tomorrow or some shit like that.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna jump more towards like a practical school year instead of just like a we in class. And I think they gonna start inviting any nigga that want to be a hero, and that's when my boy Koichi gonna come through, boy. The crawler. I'm telling y'all,
that nigga in jail right now, bro.
Yeah, Koichi gonna come through and show niggas what it's about.
Oh, that boy is slide and go. We already know, man. He's in jail right now. Locked up. They won't let him out. That nigga's locked up.
Slide and go. Hey,
But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't give a fuck about Deku being in a coma. Nah, that didn't mean shit to me. How do people feel about Shoto and My Rival Is Now Dabi speech?
Oh, it was to be expected, practically.
Right. I thought his face was really scarred at first, but it looked like it was all right when they zoomed in on his face. Cause I was like, oh damn, this nigga really did burn him. But they said he couldn't talk from the heat. I was actually surprised at that. I didn't know he really went in on him like that.
Yeah, that's true. That was a little odd.
Oh, I'm so disgusted with Todoroki. Like, ass nigga, that nigga below Red Riot to me. Red Riot the third nigga. Like,
yeah,
that nigga Red Riot got a big body.
Right?
Oh.
Todoroki
Now we want to admit shit. Now we want to admit shit.
Don't get me wrong. He still ain't shit. He just more shit than Todoroki.
Wow.
Yeah.
Correct.
I ain't gonna hype on. He's still a Rock Lee ass nigga. Todoroki just became the new Shino.
I got hope for Todoroki to turn it around. I mean, he's just coming from too much shit. I mean, his dad is shit, his brother's shit, his family's more or less shit. He gotta be the one to rise to the top. I just feel it. I feel it from him.
What was a little surprising to me, but maybe I just never noticed it. But did we already know that Dabi was stronger than Endeavor? Like, just straight up?
Yeah. As far as fire.
Maybe that was... I forget it.
Yeah, they mentioned it a couple times.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, do y'all think Endeavor's coming out of this?
It's over with. Like, if you just think about it, PR-wise. PR-wise, I'd be like, Endeavor, bro, you got to hang it up. You got to. You got to issue a public statement. Hang it up.
He alive and all.
If I was
the way they were talking about, the reporters were talking, it sounded it's kind of a rap for him, bro. Like they talking about all these questions. They trying to ask him, hey, what about this? What about your son? What are you gonna do? The number one hero. I think it's a rap. He gotta hang his coat up and put his jury's not even going in the rafters, bro. In a row. He ain't even getting retired. His number retired.
Yeah, crazy. They not even retiring his shit. I agree. He done for in Japan. However, Captain Celebrity showed me. No matter how fucked up your record is, where you come from, you could switch countries, bro, and turn up.
Korea,
go to America and turn up on niggas.
No, that nigga's not welcome in America. He going to Korea with that shit.
Hey, wherever he gotta go, if he gotta go to fucking Nigeria, number one hero in Lagos. Like, go.
They going to Africa. They go.
I go hero out in the Federation of China, but nah, bro. If I was Endeavor, I would just be like this. They'd be like, yo, that nigga's still in the coma. Yeah, he's still knocked out. I wait until everything was fixed. Deku was back at the top, and I wake up from that coma like, oh, what happened? I remember being a legend. What happened?
I'm liquidating everything. My company, I'm liquidating everything. I'm going to a nice little island away from people. I'm chilling.
Just take your money and get the fuck out.
Well, not best, but the funniest thing to add to that story would be if now he got Me Too charges right after that. Like, if one of his interns was just like, yeah, and that nigga was touching me, like, oh,
and you know, she could get money. She wouldn't even have to prove it. His public opinion is so destroyed.
Yeah.
It's over.
You know?
It's over.
That's why you gotta just about to take that money and get the fuck out, man. Or try to fake your death somehow.
Any other closing comments on the My Villain Academia arc or Prison Break or just, theories for My Hero in the future?
I mean, he's not goofy. I'm going to bring it up again. But, I mean, it's just, again, sad to see that Shigaraki is just becoming a tool now for All For One. Yeah, it's just...
I'm down with it. The only person that's surprised about that is Shigaraki, because somehow
I know, he's the only nigga surprised.
I feel like we all talked about this. I think we talked about this, like, a long time ago.
Like, no, man, I know, but it's just like there was still hope. Like right now, just that hope is just dwindling, and it's pretty much gone. It's just still sad, I still just had like I had that hope that he was just gonna pull out and pause and actually like be able to do work right there. But
my nigga Spinner was not folding for none of that bullshit. He was like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna get this nigga his body back." Spinner gave that nigga the. All right, bro. Spinner gonna do something. He gonna do something wild to try and help Shigaraki.
He's still trash, but yeah, you're right.
Well, I mean, if he's gonna be trash in somewhere, it's gotta be.
His only power is he a loyal henchman.
Those are facts, though. Those are actual facts.
Nigga not even good as a lizard. Can't even do lizard shit.
Damn.
He's a dragon, not lizard.
He's a what? A dragon. Is that what you said?
Never say that.
We on the MVPs and Goofies?
Yeah. 1 second.
Nigga can't even be a fucking Ninja Turtle.
So, but yeah, last part, MVPs and Goofies. For me, my MVP gotta go to Mira Leona, bro. I'm even expecting her to come back and save the niggas' asses that's in the hot shits right now. But the fact that she dropped this demon, only person to get a dub in this first arc of her first wave of fights. It just goes to prove, bro. Yeah, it just goes to prove. Do not sleep on Mira Leona, bro. I don't know. I understand that she fucks with the Crimson Lions, his family or whatever. But at this point, she just deserves her own squad, or just like did he commission the purple orcas? Because we've already been shown that they was trash. Like Zach showed that they're horrible niggas to begin with, and they have shitty captains anyway. So just go ahead, decommission that squad. Give Mary Leona her own girl, if you want a girl only, or if you just wanted niggas with hands only, whatever. Kenpachi type squad. At this point, she's proven that she deserves that. So
she don't want the responsibility.
That's also true.
Like they probably would have made her Wizard King, real talk.
But that's Kenpachi. That's what Kenpachi do. That nigga don't do no real captain shit. I bet you, hey bro, you gotta fill out this paperwork. Get that shit to Ikaku, bro. I'm out of here. Yamachika, fill this shit out. But yeah, Goofy got to go to Dante, more or less because I feel like this nigga got dropped and then came back and got kind of dropped again. Like I feel like he's slowly getting moved out of the picture when maybe I just misconstrued it. But I felt like he was set up to be number one, got moved to like only nigga that got dropped in the triad, came back. Jack and Knock were about to get another sort of dub on him. And then it's like, nah. So I'm just disappointed in this whole kind of progression. I expected him to be the most interesting of the three, and he turned out being the most boring for me right now. So yeah, that's my Goofy.
No, I'm pretty much on the same boat with you. I mean, like his demon form literally has a crown. I mean, what? I mean, he's pretty much rocking the demon, but not pulling in the respect. It's like
he just sounds so good on paper. Like I'm sure his demon was like, oh, this nigga got gravity magic too. All right, bet. Yeah, we definitely gonna get it popping in this motherfucker. And then he's like, I got fucking dropped by Yami. I knew I should have got the bone magic. God fucking damn, I should have got the bone magic.
You see, Lucifer gave another nigga some devil power. Hey Morris, take some of that because this nigga tripping.
For my MVP, we already touched on it, but I'm gonna give it to Charlotte, the Blue Rose captain, because she got mad respect. I mean, like we touched on it before, but I personally didn't see it coming at all. I thought they were just gonna keep her as like a basic captain. She got decent magic, decent stamina, blah blah blah. Be able to do a little some, but not actually put in that finishing blow on somebody. But now, I mean, they pretty much said she's one of the strongest magic users against demons that they got, period. And notice the fact that she's been operating at 50% strength pretty much the entire time based on the logic they're showing. So the kind of power-up she just recently got, mad decent. So didn't see it coming, and she should be making some even bigger noise based on what her magic's about too. So we'll see, but right now, big up. Goofy, like I said before, Shigaraki, you a tool. Sorry to say it. Wish you were better. Wish you could have been that true, slightly original, should I say, kind of MC villain that would have been able to make, more of a footprint than you actually did. So, yeah.
I guess it only makes sense for me to go on to my MVP, the nigga who's using the tool. Only one. This nigga has successfully done what Orochimaru dreams that he could do every single night. Took a nigga's body under control, and now he's doing work with it. And if you think about it, this nigga is basically playing two characters in one video game at the same time. That nigga said, let me get this other controller real quick. I'm doubling up on their ass and still winning in the game. So I'm definitely giving him MVP for that. And my Goofy, time to get political, boys. All them motherfuckers who stormed the Capitol, all y'all niggas need to take these L's, man. L's, all across the board. Even though some of y'all niggas getting a break by the fucking
they ran in that bitch big tough.
Right?
We're starting a revolution, guys. It's a revolution.
This is for America. Get the fuck out,
white lady who never talked to after she got pepper sprayed. That's what she said. She said, "It's a revolution, man."
I'm like, bro, what did you expect to happen? I'm like, look, the vice president there, nigga. Like, you lucky they didn't just start chopping everybody. Like the whole vice president in this bitch.
Actually.
Yeah, that's crazy. Them niggas bold for that one. That's all I can say.
Hey, bro. But see, this is the one where it was like, for the conspiracy theorists out there, the lizards who run the country. are looking back like, okay, we played too much. Like,
Yeah.
like when they let Trump get in, they were like, yo, it was funny. That nigga was funny. But when they start running the camera, they're like, all right, we played a little bit too much on that. We can't do that no more.
Bro, and that be the thing, like when you look at all the niggas that was storming compared to like, let's say like a Black Lives Matter rally, there are way more older people than younger people. And I'm like, bro, that just shows me old niggas don't know how to get on the internet. They saw some conspiracy theories and it was like, we in the Capitol, nigga, like we in this bitch. Like, instantly stormed that bitch. Hey, boy, you gonna sit your old ass down somewhere? Like, that's crazy. Niggas really don't know.
I would have been curious to see if them niggas would have tried to run up on Area 51 though. How that shit would have turned out.
And you saw how we was like, nah, that's goofy. We already know. Shut the fuck up. So my MVP, I got to give it to the vice captain of the Black Bulls. I love his power set. He is so cool. His powers are just so cool to me, especially like that cat form. So cool. I love it. And then second thing, Naomi Nagata from the show The Expanse. If you're not watching The Expanse, trust me, this is a Player 5 exclusive. I don't give niggas trash shows. It's the best TV show out right now. Watch it.
Promise Neverland.
Hey, Promise Neverland was good when I put it out there. You know what I'm saying? But not no more. This shit fire.
But his fault fell off.
Yeah. Hey, Expanse ain't never fell off. So watch The Expanse. It's on Amazon Prime. Go watch that. Y'all know them niggas don't support their shows. So I'm gonna do it.
They don't. No marketing, bro.
$1 or something into the Lord of the Rings TV series. I'm like, bro, y'all just got money to throw for nothing because it's not gonna get advertised.
Marketing budget $3.
Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yo,
and they got fire, bro. Fire. So if any of y'all looking for a new show, trust me, The Expanse, you gonna love
they got a couple of new even some movies I watch on there should be decent. But the only time you see that bitch is on Amazon. You gotta go on Amazon to see
that's the only time you see a commercial for it.
Black Box
on
Black
Amazon,
Box good. I enjoyed Black Box on there too. They do have some good shit, but like you said, only find that bitch on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And my Goofy is Jack the Ripper. I heard what everybody had to say, but it don't matter. Like I watched that nigga. This nigga, he had the anime Holy Grail. I'm a broke nigga. I'm the underdog. I just told you my background story, and I did a power up just to get folded. Like that. If he's Rock Lee Daddy. Like that's Rock Lee, nigga. Like I'm good on this nigga.
This nigga really hates Rock Lee so
I'm a firm
much,
believer he gonna go down in history as Black Clover's Rock Lee.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Oscar was that, but he was doing more work. But okay.
If I'm wrong, I'll take Goofy of the Year.
Rocky can't be Oscar. Oscar is like the success story.
Yo, see,
no, I mean I know. I'm saying like he is the Rock Lee.
It's being recorded.
Wow.
All right, dude, the last one.
I got 2 MVPs, so no Goofies, but I'm gonna give one to Jack the Ripper. No, I'm lying. I'm gonna give it to Mary Leona too. I don't know what he did was decent, but Mary Leona was a different level, so I'm gonna give it to her. And then I just want to give it to Attack on Titan anime. It's been good to see all the people that don't read the manga like at the point where Aaron on his revolutionary type shit. Like every Sunday, right? Every Sunday when the episode comes out on Twitter, it's just niggas talking about
exploding, bro.
Every single time. Every single time.
I've been trying to tell niggas, I was like, bro, you gotta read the manga. This shit too fire, nigga. Like, whew. But they getting it now.
Facts. All right, well, that is it for this episode of the podcast. Clearly, we gave y'all a lot of smoke for the new year. 3 hours. But anyways, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Bye.
Peace.